Yo, fears, audience, fears. What up? Welcome back to the Fears Podcast. I got a hell of a show for you today. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Let me open up the chat because I have no idea what you guys are saying. So anyway, guys, it's been a pretty good day. It's been a quiet day, just kind of relaxing, watching some movies. I went out and took care of some errands, just some normal stuff. So sorry if the stream is so late. Usually I go around 2, 3. I just didn't feel like it. One, I didn't feel like it, and two, I had to do some errands, so yeah. And my coffee's brewing right now, so I may have to step away for a second to grab my coffee, but yeah. But give it time. It's brewing right now. Anyway, let's open up the chat. There we are. So the chat is up and going. We got 4 people watching. Welcome. So today's topics are, I watched one of my favorite Thanksgiving movies. Yes, there is Thanksgiving movies out there. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And they also filmed in St. Louis in this movie. And I've been to some of the movie locations of where they filmed. And I'm going to get into that. John Candy, a John Hughes film. Steve Martin, 2 great actors. One still alive. Unfortunately, John Candy passed away, but I love this movie. We're going to review this movie. And then before work, I watched this last night, and before work I watched Paul Blart Mall Cop. So I'm going to be reviewing those 2. And then I thought I would take some questions about life. So you guys can ask me questions about my life. I'll look up some questions on the internet, and so because I haven't done a bunch of questions in a long time, and I got some very good questions the other day. Like Visions asked a very good question on the topic. When we got to that point, he asked a very good question, and so I enjoy answering your guys' questions and looking questions up online and answering them too. So I thought I'd give it another go. But if you guys haven't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where are you? Where have you been? It's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. Great actors, great movie locations, good scenes, good acting, all around good stuff. I do have an update on work. So if you guys know, the other day, I came in, work was going good, work was flowing, and I had to use the restroom. So I step away to use the restroom, and when I came back, some woman was screaming at the top of her lungs, and she disrespected me, and she disrespected the company, and she disrespected everyone that she worked around because she was screaming at the top of her lungs. Like, it's so unfair that I have to grab John's boxes and my boxes. Guess what, bitch? I had to go use the restroom. And the funny thing was that she wasn't even a manager. She was just like a normal worker. Obviously, I'm going to miss some boxes. I had to step away. I had to relieve myself. So apparently I can't go to the bathroom when I know I can. There's nothing against the law that says I can't go to the bathroom. Now, I could understand her bitching and moaning and complaining if I was in there for like 2 hours. Fears was gone less than 5 minutes. So I come back. She gets a manager. She tries to get me in trouble. That didn't work because the managers understood that I had to use the restroom. And they said, Fears, we just want to ask you one question. They said, did you tell anyone? I said, yes, I did. I said, I told 2 people. I said, I told the 2 girls across the belt. What she got mad at, apparently those 2 girls, and I understand accidents happen, those 2 girls, they forgot to tell the girl right next to me, hey, can you grab Fears' boxes? Because the other 2 girls can't because they're on the other side. So, but I did tell someone. I said, can you tell her? I said, I'm dying to go to the bathroom. I said, can you just tell her to watch out for my boxes? And I said, just put them in front of my truck, and as soon as I get back, I'll scan them. Oh, yeah, sure, no problem, Fears. I understand they were working hard, those 2 other girls, and I guess they forgot. That's what that lady got mad at. But there's no need to scream and holler, fuck you, Fears, I hope you die, you're this, you're that. She was going erratic. I mean, like a total psychopath. Which, of course, that pissed me off. Because I'm like, you're making a scene, not, let alone in front of the managers, let alone there was corporate people there too. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, she's going psycho. Because every once in a while, corporate comes in and does like an inspection. So I could tell there was like executives in suits, and they're all looking around like, all that. Like, where's that noise come from? Thank God the executives didn't come up to that lady or me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yo, what's up, Triple? Triple says, they were probably mad at you peed in a shoe. Use the toilet fierce. That's not true. Well, I did pee in a shoe once, Triple, but I did not pee in a shoe at work. So ha ha ha, motherfucker. No, I went and used the toilet. You know what I'm saying? So to make a long story short, today at work was a lot better. Because I told my manager, I said, I'm not going to let somebody insult me like that. I'm not going to let someone scream at me like that. I said this not last night, the night that it happened. I said, I don't ask for much. I said, what's Fierce's golden rule? If you treat me nice, I'll treat you nice. You treat me bad, I'll be your worst fucking nightmare. Most people are like that. Most people are like that. Like with me, once you've disrespected me, once you've insulted me, I cut you off. I'm like, no, and you're pretty much dead to me. So if you disrespect me, or you insult me, or you make fun of my friends or my family, or make fun of Fierce's life, you're done. And I'll be like, yo, fuck you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Most people are like that, So, yo, what's up, Tinder Immortal? So fast forward to, it was just so unnecessary for her to get mad. I'm like, wow, I've seen you leave the belt half a dozen times. And again, she's not even a manager. She's like 59, almost 60. So she's an old, cranky, I hate to say it, but she is. She's an old, cranky bitch. Old, cranky bitch. And I'm like, and in my mind, I didn't say it out loud. I'm saying all this stuff in my mind while I'm at work. I'm like, I've seen her leave the belt 3, 4, 5 times to use the restroom. Or to go talk to a manager. And she's missed tons of her boxes that we've had to grab for her. But I said, I didn't even miss that many boxes. I think it was like 8 or 9 boxes. Again, because I was only gone less than 5 minutes. I'd say 4 minutes max. And yeah, it's just stupid. So fast forward to last night. I said, Randy, it's going to be so awkward. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. There we are. So I told Randy, I said, it's going to be so awkward going into work now. And he goes, yeah, Fierce. He goes, did you start it? I said, nope, I didn't start it. I said, it was this old bitch that started it, for no reason. He goes, Fierce, don't give her the time of day. He goes, this is exactly what I would do. He goes, I would go in. Don't say one word. He goes, don't say one word to the managers. Don't say one word to her. He goes, just do your job. He goes, and only talk if a manager comes up and talks to you. And I said, okay, Randall. So that's what I did. And it went pretty smooth. Thank God. Because, and that lady, she kind of glared over, and I was like, just say something. I'm like, just say something, bitch, and Fears will destroy your goddamn life. I was waiting for her. I was waiting for that old lady, too, to say something. But she kind of, did one of those and looked over, and I'm like, just say it. I'm like, just say the word, and I'm going to go fucking ballistic on you. But she didn't. And with good reason, because she knew that she was wrong. But, of course, I won't get an apology from her, because I hate to say it. I like old people, but old people are set in their ways. You can't tell an old person, to do something because they've lived, 60, 70 plus years. They're just set in their ways. They've already decided what they're going to do. But I have great respect for old people. I just don't have respect for this lady that went nuts on me, not last night, but the night before, for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. Yo, what's up, Pixel? I mean, not Vision. Oh, fucking hell. I'm so tired. Not Pixel. What's up, Visions? The only thing you need to say if they question you is, I'm really sorry, it won't happen again. Then they're satisfied. Exactly, Triple. But see, the managers weren't even mad at me. They're like, Fears, we get it. That lady has a bad attitude. They're like, you did nothing wrong. And they said, we just want to ask you one question. I said, what's that? And they said, did you tell someone? I said, yeah. I said, I told 2 people that I was leaving the belt real quick to use the restroom. And they said, how long were you gone, Fears? I said, less than 5 minutes, maybe 3, 4 minutes. They went, yeah, you're fine. They're like, she was probably just having a bad day. And I said, well, you know what? I'm getting sick and tired of, being someone's punching bag. I'm like, I've never disrespected her. So I said, you better tell her to tone it on down. I said, if she does it again, I'll just go to corporate. You know what I'm saying? You know? Exactly, Tinder Immortal. So, like I said, fast forward to last night. It went a lot better. I just took Randy's advice. He's like, Fears, this was Randy's exact advice. I said, Randy, I said, what do you think? I said, it's going to be awkward going into work. He goes, yeah. He goes, it probably will, Fears. He goes, but he goes, not because you started it, because she started it. So he said, just go in. Don't say one word to her. He's like, only say hi to the people that you like. And he goes, don't say one word to the managers unless they talk to you first, and just do your job and then just punch in, punch out. All right, Randy. I'm like, I'll do that. I did, and things went smoothly. But I'm telling you, guys, I was waiting for that old bitch to say something. I was like, if she says something, you guys know. Fears has destroyed people's lives on the internet, before. When I can't take shit anymore. I was just waiting for this old bitch to say something. Because there's nothing that she could say that would make what she did right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, I think my coffee's done. So, I just don't like drama at all. Drama online, drama in the workforce, especially if I didn't start it, Even, I would never start anything at work, you know what I'm saying? That's what I meant to say. I would never start drama, and I don't like drama that other people start at work. But you have to work with these people. And the funny thing is she's not even a manager. She's just a normal coworker just like me. She just has a shitty attitude. So, yeah. Yo, what's up, girl gamer? Rezi says, how are you doing? Much better. Much better today. The other night, because of this old bitch, going nuts on me for no reason, I was a little upset. But, yeah. So what's up, Visions, Lord Visions? I'm so tired. I didn't mean to call you Pixel. My bad, buddy. I think my coffee's done. Let me grab it. New muggage. I'm drinking coffee in a new mug today. Yesterday, I drank out of the no sleep mug that Visions gave me. Right on. As Matthew McConaughey would say. Yeah, buddy. I love my no sleep. But yeah, normally I do my streams around 1 or 2, but I had to go to the post office. I've been thinking about my mom a lot, so I sent my mom a thinking of you card, and then I sent my grandma a card, and then I just like to get cards out early, so I filled out all of my Easter cards and already sent them out. So yeah. Anyway, Girl Gamer says glad to hear it. Well, I'm glad that you're doing good. So yeah. No, Visions, I promise you, it was not my fault, And Visions, I've never gotten into any fist fights. The only fist fights I've ever had have been like when I was a youngster. And we all know how mad Fears was back then, I just had a lot of built-up anger because a lot of people bullied me. But I have never started a fight. My dad always taught me, wait until they hit you, John. They said, if they hit you, then knock their ass out. He goes, but my dad was always like, don't ever start a fight. He goes, if I ever hear that you start a fight, he goes, I'll be real pissed off. So I've never started a fight, Visions. Never. I know you were joking around, but I've never started a fight. And I especially didn't start this argument. I don't know if you heard, Visions. I literally stepped off the belt to use the restroom. I came back and some lady got mad that she had to grab her boxes and my boxes. That's standard practice, though. If anyone gets off the belt, you have to pick up the slack while they're in the restroom or they're going to talk to a manager. So I'll never do it for that lady anymore. I'll just let her boxes fill up because I'm never helping her ever again. I just don't like when people start drama, and she started a bunch of shit that didn't need to. And I'll be honest, I don't really like how the managers dealt with it. I was like, she needs to be reprimanded, And I said an apology would be nice, but I guarantee I'm not going to get an apology from that old bitch. So yeah. You're like the Hulk. I'll be honest, Visions, sometimes I am. Fears has been trying to work on my temper and my patience. I really have. It's gotten better. But I didn't start this fight. Crazy you got Easter cards out before you even put up the tree. I love it. Triple just will not let this tree die. What Easter movies do I have? Oh man, a bunch. That's a good question, Tinder Immortal. Um, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know I have a bunch. Let me have a look here. I have Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit 2, Peter Cottontail. Those are the three that comes to mind, Tinder Immortal. But I know I've got more than that. But those are the ones that come to mind. Yo, Passion of the Christ. Yep, I have Passion of the Christ. Yep. 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 I do have. Yeah, because I told you guys I watched that last year. It's a good movie. The only scene though, I'll be honest, guys, the only scene that kind of cringes my stomach. It happened though. It's part of history. Is they just beat the shit out of Jesus, and they did. They tormented Jesus. They made fun of him. They made him wear a goddamn thorn like crown. Visions. You know who has the most patience in the world? Jesus. If somebody put a thorn thing on my head, I'd be like, listen. I'm like, you went too far. I would be kicking ass and taking names. So I love God and I love Jesus. They just didn't bless me with patience and low temper. But it's gotten better. And I've asked God and Jesus, I'm like, listen, I need your help. I need your help working on low patience and my temper. So it's gotten better. It's gotten better. But I don't know if I'd have the patience to go through what Jesus went through. But I admire him. I admire him a lot, you know. So, yeah. Well, I was in contact with 2 people at work, and they had COVID, but I was protected. Let's just hope I won't get it. Well, I hope you don't get it, Girl Gamer. I really hope you don't get it. Yo, Richie, what's up? How you been? It's important to suffer for salvation. Within reason, Triple. Within reason. I don't think just because Jesus thought one way, they shouldn't have beat the shit out of him. And so, what? He didn't want to abide to one religion. What if he wanted to go off and do his own thing, which he did? He went off and did his own thing. Does he deserve to get beat the shit out of and, like, called names? And they pretty much beat him up to a pulp. No, he didn't deserve any of that shit, you know? So, yeah. I didn't even know there was a part 2, Tinder Immortal, but when it comes out in theaters, yes, I would love to see it. I had no idea there was a part 2. Vision says, hello, Richard. So formal, Visions. But no, I appreciate you guys being loving and loyal fans. I really appreciate it. No, so Visions, I'm being honest. I've never thought about joining a boxing or an MMA gym. I do work out, but no, Visions, it's not as many as you think. And plus, I didn't start this. At work, I go in, I do my work, and I get out. You know? I go in, I do my work. The only reason why I got upset is because this lady was screaming at the top of her lungs for no apparent reason, and she was making a scene. And I was like, what the hell is this lady's problem? You know? So she was making a scene. She was making me feel uncomfortable. I guarantee you, even though nobody said anything, I guarantee you she was making the people around her feel uncomfortable because she was screaming. You know? So it's just frustrating because I'm like, all I did was go to the bathroom. All I did is I wanted to relieve myself just for 3 minutes. I was gone less than 5 minutes. And she had to grab 9 of my boxes. It's not the end of the world, you know? So again, I just took Randall's advice. He goes, Fears, just go in, do your job. Don't say anything to the managers unless they talk to you first. He goes, because obviously you have to talk to your managers if they ask you a question. So he's like, only talk to them if they ask you a question. He goes, don't talk to anyone. So he goes, especially her that made the argument, made the scene. He goes, and he's like, guarantee it'll be a much better day at work. I said, well, Randall, I said, to be honest, the night it happened, work was going great. I said until I stepped off the line, that's when I missed like 8 or 9 of my boxes. And then she went nuts. I said if I wouldn't have stepped off the line, she probably wouldn't have went nuts. You know? And thank God last night I didn't have to work around her. I guarantee you the managers did that on purpose. Probably to have her cool off and me cool off. Because, again, I didn't start it. The only time I went nuts on her, is when she called me lazy, which I'm not lazy. And she's like, you barely do any work right here. I was like, oh, I'm like, this bitch is going down. So she said those two things. And I went, all right, I'm destroying her life. And that's when Fears went into hardcore apeshit mode. And I laced into her and I let her have it. And then I told the managers what she had said. And oh, man, we had a talking. So, yeah. So as soon as she said that, I was like, all right, I'm done. It's on. I'm like, she doesn't know Fierce. I'm like, she may have started it. She may have started the war, but I'll fucking finish it, you know? I was like, ho, 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 ho. So I said, you guys know. Because Fears has took down many trolls. And I was like, this lady has no idea what she got in store for. I'm like, all right. I'm like, time to crack the knuckles. Let's get to work. And I'm destroying her life. So, yeah. So, boy, did she shut up quick. She shut up real quick. Oh, yeah. But again, I didn't start that, Visions. So, anyway. But the reason why I brought it up again is, thank God last night at work was a lot better. I just took Rainey's advice and everything was smooth sailing. So, tonight, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Because I don't like to get mad, upset. I really don't. I don't like to get mad, upset, drama. I hate negativity of all kinds. What was the message from Sunday service? You know what? I don't remember last Sunday's. Oh, no, I didn't go last Sunday, Triple. I hung out with Sam and we did video games, but I'm going this weekend. That's funny, Visions. Yeah, I should have. Vision said, you know what, Fears? He goes, this is how you take care of her. He goes, Fears, you should have just grabbed the box and mailed her up and sent her to Abu Dhabi. That's right. I should have. All right, let's see. Girl Gamer says, I've seen Passion of the Christ in theaters. Yeah, it's a good movie. I don't think I saw it in the theaters, Girl Gamer, when it came out. But me, my dad, my mom, my brother, we all sat down and watched it. So it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. And the guy that they got to play Jesus Christ, man, he is he's a fantastic actor. And I love that. I don't remember his name. I don't know his name, but what's his name? He did a kind of a parody thing with Will Ferrell, which was real funny, and Will kept calling him. His first name is Jim, but I don't remember his last name. But Will Ferrell kept calling him Jesus, and he goes, my name's Jim. He goes, I just portrayed Jesus on film. And then Will was like, no, you're Jesus. You're fucking Jesus. Like, he was going nuts on him, and I could just tell that Jim was, like, smirking, and he's like, oh, I'm 3 seconds from, like, busting out, laughter. But I also liked him in The Count of Monte Cristo. That was, I don't know if you've ever seen that, Triple in Visions. It's the same guy that played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, Tender Immortal. He did a fantastic job as the Count in The Count of Monte Cristo. And that's actually a remake. There's a black and white version, which I've never seen, but I really want to see it. One of my friends in film school told me about it. I was like, oh, Fears. He goes, if you like the remake of Count of Monte Cristo, he goes, you will love the 1950s black and white version. And I was like, is it that good? He goes, yeah. He goes, it's better than the remake. And I was like, I like the remake quite a lot, man. So I said, I'll definitely have to check it out. So at some point. So yeah. Richie says, to avoid injury, don't tell me how to do my job. Well, no, it wasn't that, Richie. She didn't tell me how to do my job. She was screaming at the top of her lungs. She's like, it's unfair. I'm trying to do my job. He steps off the bell. I have to grab my boxes, and then I have to grab his fucking boxes. And I was like, hey, bitch. I grab my own boxes usually, but I had to use the restroom, so I had to step away. And then the managers, the thing is, Richie, the managers sided with me. They're like, yeah, we get it, Fears. When you got to go, you got to go. They said, we just want to ask you a real simple question. I said, yeah, what's that? And they said, did you tell anyone that you were leaving? He goes, that's probably what she's mad about. And I said, yeah. I said, I told that girl and I told that girl. And he goes, okay. He goes, well, evidently those two girls forgot to relay the message to that lady. And I said, that's not on me. I said, I did my part. And I said, they probably just forgot. I said, because we were busy we were busy the other night. And they said, yeah, that's probably what happened, Fears. They said, we'll talk to that lady and tell her to calm down and to, stop screaming and going ballistic, because Fears, she's not only making a scene for herself, she shouldn't yell at you and she shouldn't yell around all the other workers. And I said, very true. These are all good points. So I left it in the manager's hands. So I'll be honest, Visions, I only got mad at her for about 2-3 minutes. I yelled back at her to shut the hell up, and I was like, "You want a war? I'll give you a war," you know. And then I said, "You know what?" I said, "I'll just grab a manager." She's like, "Grab a manager. They're not going to do anything about it." I said, I beg to differ. And then I went and got a manager, and they took care of it. So, yeah. I need to grab my coffee. I'll be right back. Plus, I need to turn on the light. It's a little dark in here. I gotta grab my coffees. And I forgot to put milk in it. So, milk, 2 sugars. 2 sugars. I already got the sugar in there. Milk, 2 sugars, baby. That's right. Oh, that's a good cup of coffee. Oh, that's good. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right. So anyway, so that's the update about work. Oh, hang on. I need to replug in my computer. There we go. And I need to put on my headphones. So the quality sounds better. So yeah. Vision says I'm looking goth today. Am I? Well, it's not black, Visions. I'm wearing a gray shirt. I'm wearing my gray Christmas shirt, and then I got my gray shorts on. So yeah. But thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. So yeah. Let's see. Was the movie Ben-Hur also not around Easter? I don't know. I didn't watch The Passion because of the subtitles. I watch movies so I don't have to read. If I wanted to read, I'd grab a book. This is very true. Well, they did it in... Oh, I forgot what language they did it in. Oh, shit. What language was it? I don't remember what language it was, Triple, but yeah. Your shirt makes me want to watch Jingle All the Way. Well, the better question is why wouldn't you watch Jingle All the Way? It's a great movie. Put that cookie down! Now! It's one of the greatest lines in Arnold Schwarzenegger's history. Put that coffee down. Put that coffee down and you're terminated. Get to the chopper. You know, these are all legendary lines, you know. Alright. So let me plug in my my mic. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me turn on the mic. Let me turn up the mic. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Alright. Triple says, you know what? I don't think Fears has Crohn's. I think he drinks an incredible amount of coffee that keeps him spurting like a torn bag of peat moss. That's not true. That's not true, buddy. I do have Crohn's. I'll be honest. I haven't had to take a Crohn's dump today. Actually, no. That's not correct. I don't know if it counts. Well, yeah, it does count. I took a dump at work. But since I've been home, nothing. So, and now that I said something, probably in about 15, 20 minutes, I'll probably have to go take a dump. You know? So thanks a lot, Triple. I'm just playing around. I don't care. New muggage. So it's got some of the some of the guys, the Infinity Saga. So this one, the other, so it's similar. I have another one that's blue that's got some of the Infinity Saga on it, and then these are the other guys. So I've been trying to get as many nerdy mugs as I can. I looked at Richie's. Richie, if you're still here, Richie, I looked at your website. Richie's got some cool mugs. He's actually got quite different. He's got quite a lot of variations. He's got a lot of T-shirts. He's got onesies for like little kids. So he's got onesies for little kids, T-shirts, pins, a shitload of mugs, like coffee mugs. So Richie, I don't know which one I'm gonna get, but I'll have a look-see. So I'm gonna get one of Richie's mugs. I did like that one that said hit that big red subscribe button. you know. So and it was a white mug that had the red image of it all wrapped around the mug. So that looked kind of cool. But buddy, I'll have to look and see which one is my favorite because I'll probably just buy one mug. I'll probably just buy one mug, and that'll be it. So yeah. So Visions, how's your day been? How's everybody's day? Visions, how's your day? Tinder Immortal, how's your day? Girl Gamer, how's your day? Triple, how's your day? Richie, how's your day? How's everyone's day? Put it in the chat. Like I said, it's been a pretty good day. I slept in till about 12:30ish. Got up, went to the post office, went to the store, gassed up my car because it was literally on fumes, which was hilarious because I parked my car in my parking space, and as I'm about to turn off the ignition, I looked down and I was like, oh shit. I'm almost on E. And that's when I parked my car at the end of the day, and I came in and went to sleep. I went, all right, as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna go gas my car up. So gassed up my car. For lunch, Fears had a little BK lounge. Shh, just a little BK lounge. You know what? I've been doing good. I haven't had BK lounge in about 2.5 weeks, so I'm doing good. Let's see. Lunch, gassed up my car, went to the store. I've been really thinking about my mom a lot, so I went to the post office and mailed her a thinking of you card, and I just wrote some nice sentiments. I just said, "Hey, Mom, I miss you. I love you." I said, "Give Enzo a big hug for me," because Enzo's one of the coolest dogs ever. I'm telling you, Visions. You know how you love the shit out of your bunny rabbits. I love the shit out of Enzo. He's the biggest fucking ball of energy fur. Visions wants to play with his frisbee 24/7. So whenever I come into town, I'm like, all right, Enzo, let's get that frisbee and let's go nuts. So we go nuts in the yard. I'll throw frisbee. He loves his tennis ball. I'll throw a tennis ball across the yard. He'll go schlunk, and he's there in 2 seconds. I love it. 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 Enzo's probably one of the greatest dogs ever. You know what? I do miss my old dog before Enzo. I miss Penny. Penny is the dog that I grew up with. I got Penny on Christmas Day. There was a note in a basket that said, "This gift." It was from Santa. It was from Santa, and Santa said, "This gift I can't wrap because this gift has to breathe." And it says, "Go up the stairs and find out." And so my dad was already waiting up the stairs. So I start walk upstairs. Penny comes flying down the stairs. I mean, she was like rocket fire. Penny was another one that had tons of energy. She was a white lab. Enzo's a golden retriever. Penny comes flying down the stairs, and then it was just I kid you not, Visions. It was like something out of a movie. I swear to God, this happened. She comes flying down the stairs, and on the second to the last step, she jumps, flies through midair, and I catch her in my arms. Catch her in mid-arms. It was something literally out of it. That happens all the time in movies, where it's like that Christmas morning medley. Hey, oh, we've got a puppy. That kind of shit. And in my mind, at 8 years old, I'm like, I've seen this happen in movie all the time. But I swear to God it happened. She came flying down the stairs. It was the second or the third last step. She goes gung and jumps off the step right into Fierce's arms, and we've been friends ever since. But sadly, she passed away a couple of years ago. Let's see here. Triple says, ha ha ha, I'm just messing with. Oh, listen, I know you're messing with me. I was messing with you, buddy. Listen, I've gotten a lot better at cracking jokes with you guys and taking your guys' jokes because the dude is right. I used to never be able to take a joke. Now, there's still some things like where trolls, they push the limits that kind of piss me off, but I'm getting better. But now, if someone cracks a joke, back in Fears' younger, what? You cracked a joke, you motherfucker! Like, I'll fucking take you down. That was the old Fears. Now it's the new Fears is, yeah, that's funny, Triple. You're fucking hilarious, and then I'll laugh with you. Let's see. So yeah, let's see here. Triple says getting fired up about the World Baseball Class. Oh, nice, buddy. Nice. You know what? I haven't been able to watch any games. I've just been work. I'm a workaholic, Reggie says, I work today. I'm off tomorrow. Oh, nice. Well, hey, enjoy that time off. Resi, are you gonna hang out with Sega? Play any video games? I'll be honest. Sam got me excited. Visions. He got me excited. We were playing Resident Evil 4, in the last video game stream, and Sam's like, "Well, Fears, you realize that the controllers are gonna be different." I said, "Yeah," but I said the actual gameplay. I said, "I know it's not gonna be a shot to shot of the remake, but I said." He goes, "Yeah, Fears, they're gonna change a few things." I said, "Yeah," but I said, "Sam, we're gonna play the remake of Resident Evil 4, one of my favorite Resident Evil games of all time." So I said, "We got to get some practice in." And he went, "All right, fair enough." And man, I have not played that old Resident Evil game in a while. Then the last time we played it was me and Sam's first hangout when he came over and we were like slaughtering the merchant, and it's in a vlog. So yeah, Vision says bark. Well, bark it up, buddy. Rough, 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 rough. Let's see. Tender Immortal says I watched the new Shazam movie yesterday. Right on. Well, last weekend I watched a double feature. I did Creed 3, fucking awesome, fucking awesome. I will admit I was kind of missing like a little cameo from Rocky, because I fucking love Rocky. Rocky is fucking movie history, legacy, fucking genius. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't in there, but I was like, I'm like, maybe it's still gonna be a good movie, and it still was a good movie without Rocky. And then I watched Shazam. That was the double feature. Let's see, Spawn and Batman returns are okay. Superhero movies suck. I don't know about that, Tender Immortal. Well, listen, I'll meet you halfway. Some superhero movies suck. Like, I'll give you an example. Green Lantern sucked. I thought it was going to be epic with Ryan Reynolds, one of my favorite. Listen, all right, Ryan Reynolds, if you ever watch this, you're fucking amazing as Deadpool. You're fucking hilarious as Deadpool. Keep Deadpool up. Keep doing those Deadpool movies. You're fucking great, and you're one of my favorite actors. Because he kind of reminds me of me. I love his smart, alecky, comebacks and his quick whips and all that kind of shit. He kind of reminds me of me. Just he's a lot more. He's a lot more handsomer of a guy. I'm no Ryan Reynolds. I'm no Tom Cruise, but Fears does all right. But I love the way he does his movies, and I love the way he acts, and I love how he's hilarious. But he sucks as the Green Lantern. Puke, crap, garbage. So I'll meet you halfway, Tender Immortal. Not all superhero movies suck, just some, and that was one of them. Green Lantern, fucking horrible. Deadpool, make a Deadpool 3. I love me some Deadpool. Love it. What age did you realize Santa didn't bring your gifts? I think. Well, listen, Fears. When I was a little kid, Visions, I believed in Santa, just like we all did, But if any, a lot of people watch my channel, so I don't want to, you know, um, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, if a youngster watches Fears vlogs, and I don't want to crush their dreams. So I will answer that question off camera, Visions, uh, but I don't want to say that Santa doesn't exist, in case a youngster is watching. Because Fears, I don't do it like Matt Man. I don't have kids on my show, but I meet tons of people at conventions and shit, and my golden rule is I don't care. Anyone can subscribe to my channel, but unlike Matt Man, I don't subscribe back to kids' channels. That's just fucking weird. But if like a 10 or a 12-year-old was like, "Hey, can I subscribe to your channel?" Sure. You're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. I won't subscribe back. That's a Matt Man. That's a Matt Man, thing. But all walks of life watch Fears Man. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, by answering that, because somebody could watch my show and be like, "What? Santa doesn't exist?" So I don't want to, hurt anyone's feelings. So yeah. Larry says, "Yo, Fears, what's up, man?" Let's see. Richie says, "You thought you was in the movies when you realized it's real life." There you go, Richie. There you go. Wow, that's quite the quote, man. That's quite the quote, buddy. No, what I'm saying, Richie, it was one of those things that happens like in the movies all the time. I was like, all right, Penny's running down the stairs. You've seen dogs run downstairs a half a million times in movies, right? But then she did it like right out of the movie. She jumped off the stair, probably because she was so happy to see me and my brother. My brother was standing right behind me. And we're like, oh yeah, puppy, a puppy. And she just jumped off the stairs. I caught her in midair, and I was like, we instantly became friends. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um, Resi says you and Sam should co-op Resident Evil 5. Listen. I didn't mind Resident Evil 5, but Sam hates Resident Evil 5 for some reason, Girl Gamer. He said, Fears, I refuse to play it. He goes, I don't care. He goes, we'll play any other Resident Evil game you want. We'll play 2, we'll play 1, we'll play 3. He goes, Fears, if you want to stream Resident Evil 7 all damn year, we can. He goes, but I refuse to play Resident Evil 5. And I said, well, why is that? And he goes, I don't like it. He goes, I don't like it, I don't like it. And I went, all right, fair enough, fair enough. So, yeah. Must not have seen Blank Man before. I don't know, Visions. I don't know if Resi has seen Blank Man before, but Blank Man is not bad either. Blank Man is fucking great. Me and Randall have stolen scenes out of Blank Man and used it in Fears Man. Randall loves Blank Man. I love Blank Man. So, yeah. I think Marvel has found a formula for making not bad movies, and they stuck with it. Not to write home about. It's okay. You were about to kill an old woman earlier. No, listen. No, I wasn't. No, Visions. I wasn't. I've never killed anyone. I would never kill anyone. Wow, Visions is man. He's going. Visions is pulling out those classic, those badass jokes, man. No, Visions. I would never kill anyone. What I meant by that was she wants to talk some shit. I'll destroy her life and I'll talk some shit back to her. But I've never killed anyone. I never will kill anyone. Fears would never do that. What I meant by that was, I'm like, I'll slaughter her life if she wants to if she wants to at work. If she's not even a manager, if she wants to start some shit and talk some shit, I'm like, I'll talk some shit back to her. I was like, there's no way that she's gonna win this argument, especially if that girl started. She's not even a manager, for Christ's sake. She's a normal worker. And I'm like, look, lady, I'm doing my job. I'm good at my job. Don't say I'm lazy. Don't say I contribute. Don't say that I don't work. I'm like, I work just as hard as everybody else. So I said, Visions, I didn't say it to her, but in my mind, I was like, I refuse to let this bitch get away with it. I'm like, you can't say that to people. And plus, she was making a hell of a scene. I mean, everyone stopped their work and they're all like, looking around. I was like, oh shit, this is fucking so awkward. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Again, I didn't start it. That old lady started it. So that's what I meant by that. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, exactly, Visions. You should keep that old bitch on a leash. I wish somebody would. Yeah. So Tinder Immortal, I actually enjoy Shazam. But Tinder Immortal, you have to admit, but before I go on to the topics, you have to admit that I'll meet you halfway, Tinder Immortal, with that comment, because you are right to a certain degree. You are right to a certain degree. There are some superhero movies that suck. Green Lantern is one of them. I could barely sit through it. And the funny thing is somebody thought I would enjoy it a few years ago, and somebody bought it for me on Blu-ray. So now it's in the collection. Will Fears throw it away? No, I won't throw it away because it's a gift. But I was like, I've only watched it once. I watched the bonus features. Because I was like, well, even though I don't like this movie, I'll see how they made it. So I watched the bonus features, and then I watched it again through, and I was like, well, I've watched more trashier films than this. So I'm like, I guess I'll keep it in the collection. But I have not touched it. It's probably collecting dust since I put it on the shelf. So yeah. Girl Gamer says, okay, but Resident Evil 5 isn't my favorite either. Fair enough. Listen, I don't mind Resident Evil 5. It's not my favorite, but Sam refuses to play it, Girl Gamer. Like, he's like, Fears, nothing against it. He goes, I just can't stand Resident Evil 5. I'm like, fair enough, Sam. If you don't like something, you don't like something. I'm like, we don't have to play. I'm like, I like Resident Evil games. And he's like, yeah. He's like, Fears. He goes, I can't play it. He goes, I played it once, and it was horrible. It was crap. And I was like, all right, fair enough. Vision says, I watched Champions a couple days ago. Woody is a coach for a Special Olympics basketball team. It was fun. That's what's up. That sounds like a cool movie. You got in a fight at work with a Karen. Yeah, well, not a fist fight, Larry. A verbal. She went ballistic because I'll give you a 10-second version, Larry. What happened? Had to use the restroom. I had to get off the belt, and I asked two girls, "Hey, can you watch for any of my boxes, and if you can throw them across the line to my truck, or if you can tell the lady next to me, so I have to work near this bitch. Um, if she could grab my boxes, oh yeah, Fears, we'll do it. They forgot to tell her, so I went to the restroom there, and then when I came back, she had a huge ass like blowout conniption fit, and made everybody feel uncomfortable. And again, I'll say it for the fifth time: she's not even a manager. She's just like a normal coworker. She's a fucking bitch. She's a bitch. Tinder Immortal's like, what? Classic Sega line. I can't do it as good as Sega, though, you know? Sega has those googly eyes. What? Sega's great. I fucking love Sega. He's amazing. Anyway, new muggage. New muggage. Did she look like Rosie O'Donnell? No, no, no. Absolutely not Tinder Immortal. She's like 59, almost 60, or maybe she is 60, so she's got like salt and pepper hair, like white and gray hair, super skinny, like very frail, and I've only said about 2 words to her. And apparently, I heard from people, this ain't the first time she's went nuts on a coworker, so people could tell that I wasn't in the mood to talk last night. So this guy, his name is Chris, says, "Hey, Fears, don't feel bad." He goes, "I've been here for a year. You've only been here 6 months." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Listen, Chris," I said, "you're a nice guy and all." I said, "I really don't feel like talking tonight." I said, "What happened the other night," I said, "was unacceptable." And I said, "I just want to focus on work today." My buddy told me just not to talk to anyone today. I said, "I kind of just want to chill today." I said, "Because yesterday was so inappropriate for her to do that." He goes, "Oh, well, Fears, what I'm trying to say is," he goes, "she's went nuts on me." He goes, "For something far littler." And I said, "Well," I said, "what did she go nuts on you about?" He goes, "Oh," he goes, "I stepped off the line because I forgot to bring a water bottle. And one of the managers gave me a white styrofoam cup. You know, one of those big ones, Fears?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I was dying of thirst." He goes, "I had worked 3 hours. And he goes, "You know how hot and sweaty it gets in the factory?" I said, "Oh, yeah." And he goes, "Totally forgot to bring a water." So I told people, "Hey, I got to go to the drinking fountain and get some water." And when I came back, she went nuts on me. So he's like, "Don't feel bad, buddy." I was like, "For a glass of water?" I said, "Gosh," I said, "this bitch is relentless." He goes, "Oh, yeah, Fears. She's got the most shittiest attitude ever." I said, "Well, she's not going to get very far." And he goes, "Well, Fears, don't feel bad. I mean, she's almost 60. And I was like, I said, "I get it. I get it." So, yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Do you get regular breaks at work, or just whenever you have a? No, it's whenever you have a free moment. Visions. Like, remember I've told you, unless we have to go to the bathroom, we can't get off the line. So whenever I do bring my lunch, I'll wait for like a perfect moment. I'm like, all right, good. I haven't seen one of my boxes in 10 minutes. I have to quickly eat my sandwich, grab a drink, and then I'll run to the bathroom, and then I'm like, all right, oh, there's a box, and then I quickly grab the next box. So there's spurts of non-busyness. So I'll give you an example. So we'll get on the line, Visions, and for the first hour, hour and a half, there's no breaks. Box, 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 box. And then all of a sudden, like by hour 2, it'll slow up for like 15, 20 minutes. You know, because they have to shoot the boxes onto the conveyor belt, and it goes through this long ass conveyor belt down to our belt. We grab it, we scan it, and then we put it in the truck. So sometimes that takes a long time. So in between, there's little spurts of non-busy, and that's when I try to get in, a sip of water, because they say like one of their biggest rules is it gets hot, you're gonna get tired, stay hydrated. They said drink as much water as possible. So I always bring to work. I either bring a Gatorade, I'll bring like a red Gatorade, and then 3 bottles of water. So I'll drink the Gatorade first, and then I'll just down the water. So that's why whenever I open my fridge, and you guys have seen in vlogs, I have shitloads of water in there. So I'll be like, all right, I'll use this water for my coffee, and then I'll use the rest of this water for work. So yeah. So it's spurts of busyness. So yeah. More like a nosy O'Donnell. Mind your business, lady. Exactly. And I never get into her business. That's the funny thing, you know. Girl Gamer says, "Okay, I gotta go. See you later, Fears." All right, peace. Later. Mm. Yeah, yeah. A break and a lunch would be great, Larry. But no, we have to like get in those quick little tiny breaks when we can. So, and again, it's not the manager's fault, it's this old lady's fault. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I don't really want to talk about her anymore. I'm trying to think if there's any more updates before we go on to the. By the way, the topics today. Fears watched one of his favorite Thanksgiving movies, Planes, Trains, and Automobile. Got the Steel Book, and I bought this, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm just getting around to watching it now. Great movie. So I'm going to review this. And I watched this last night before work, and I watched this last night before work. I haven't got this on Blu-ray yet, but I'm going to. This movie is fucking hilarious. Visions, have you ever seen this? Oh my god, it was hysterical. Plus, I can relate to this because Fears was a security guard. And there's a lot of downtime when you're a security guard. There's a lot of downtime when you're a security guard. You guys have heard some of Fears' epic adventures. Let's put it this way. I took a lot of naps when I was a security guard. I mean, I would hoist that chair back, I'd cross my hands, be like, tilt my hat down, and I'd be like, all right, wake me up in a couple hours. There we are. You know? It was one of the best gigs I've ever had. But it was half and half. It was one of the best gigs I ever had, and one of the worst gigs I had. Because sometimes, at least with my new gig, working at the factory, man, the time goes by so fast. I'll look at my watch and go, oh shit, it's almost 7 o'clock. Fuck yeah, I'm out of here, you know? Or, oh shit, it's almost 9, depending on how many boxes we have. Fears gets out of work anywhere between 7 and 10. Just depends on how long it takes us to do all the box. Some days it's, hey guys, we got 90,000 boxes today. Well, I know if we got 90,000, Fears is not leaving the factory until 9:30 or 10. Guaranteed. If it's anything below 40, then I'll leave around 6:30, 7. Or, just depends on what it is, but yeah. Richie says, that's a good movie. It is a good movie, buddy. Vision says, LOL. They found Rosie dead. She was face down, and Ricky, like, oh, shit. Oh, my God. I didn't see that one coming. Oh, my Lord. Wait, well, kudos. Kudos, Larry. That was fucking hilarious. I was wondering why you were laughing, Visions. I should have read Larry's comment before LOL. That was fucking great. Oh, that was great. It was pretty funny. All right. So, let's see. The topics are planes, trains, and automobiles review. I'm going to do the mall cop review. And then life questions. So if you guys have got any life questions for Fears whenever we get to that topic, and I'm going to pull some life questions up from the internet. So I'll take your guys' questions. Anything about life. My life. Anything. Anything you want to know about life. Just, I thought, whose idea was that? It was my buddy Rick. I said, hey, Rick, what? I said, give me some topics. Rick's fucking great. Maybe you guys will get to meet Rick one day. I'm trying to get him in a vlog, because Rick is fucking hilarious. He's got this long, flowing, like, hippie hair and shit. And he's like, Fears, I may cut it. I'm like, no, do not cut your fucking hippie hair. He's like, it's getting too long, Fears. I'm like, dude. Your hippie hair is flowing in the goddamn wind. I'm like, do not cut that shit. And I said, dude, girls love long hair. And he's like, yeah, he's like, but I'm already married and shit. And I was like, dude, come on. So, I don't know. Rick may cut the hair. I don't know. We'll see. So, I don't know. Maybe Rick's kind of shy like my buddy Eric, So, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get him in a vlog. We'll see. But Rick's hilarious at work. He's a hilarious guy. All right. Let's see. What else has been going on? Well, besides the old lady at work, work is going good. Besides that old lady, work's going good. Going to church this Sunday. Cannot wait. I am so looking forward to the last time I did go to church. We're gonna have a big Easter festival. So they always give me the desserts. They're like, hey, Fierce. They're like, bring a dessert. They're probably being nice. I love my church family, but they're like, they probably know, well, Fierce can't cook. I know how to cook some things. I'm just lazy when it comes to cooking. I don't really like cooking. So that's why they give me the dessert. So I'll bring Fierce's favorite, good old carrot cake. I love carrot cake. So I'll probably bring a carrot cake, or I thought about a hot apple pie. So there's going to be a big festival, an Easter festival, just like last year. I'll probably vlog it. Me and, not Matt Man, because people ask, they're like, Fears, you keep saying Matt at church. I'm like, it's not Matt Man. Thank God. I said there's another Matt that I'm friends with at church. He's the nicest guy ever. I subscribe to his channel. He's got a wife. Her name is Jen, and his son Maxwell has been in the vlogs. That hilarious kid that's always wearing the bow ties. You guys have seen him in the vlogs. Coolest little kid ever. He's so smart. He's quick as a whip, and I hang out with Matt and his wife Jen all the time. You know, they're the nicest people that I've ever met at church. They are so. And Maxwell's cool. You know, he's like in the he's in the second or third grade. Maxwell and his family are super sweet people. And so me and Matt last year we hit all the Easter eggs. So hopefully I get to hide the Easter eggs again. So I got to be the Easter bunny vision. So that was kind of cool. So hopefully take two on the and I'm gonna donate some Easter eggs to my church just like last year. Last year I went to the dollar store and I bought like 3 or 4 bags of those plastic Easter eggs. So I'm gonna donate some more to the church because a lot of them broke last year. You know, because kids were throwing them around and then they crack and stuff. And that's when the church was like, "Well, we need some new eggs for next year." I was like, "I'll make a donation." So I'm gonna donate some more. Sometime this week, I'll probably buy it and bring it this Sunday, or probably next week, because we got a couple of weeks until Easter. So yeah. Not triple. Tender Immortal says, "Have you seen the movie Bubble Boy?" I have seen the movie Bubble Boy, and it's good, and it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it. I think is how you say his name. It's funny. Yeah, that's true. Larry says last time at Easter church wasn't you. There was 3 people in charge. Larry, I was in charge of hiding the Easter eggs. So was Matt, and then um, this lady named Rachel. She's like mid-40s. She is so super nice. So she was the main woman in charge of it, and then she just like said, "Hey, Fierce, come here. I need your help." And then, "Hey, Matt, come here." You know, and so it was me and Matt hiding the eggs. So it was fun. We got to hide the eggs. I'm like, that's what's up. I'm like, I'll do it again. So yeah. She hasn't asked me yet, but Larry, when the last time I was at church, I did bring. I said, "Hey," I said, "if you need help hiding the eggs again this year," I'm like, "I'll do it." And she's like, "Yeah, right on, Fear." She's like, "I'll probably grab you when the time is right." I was like, "Sweet, sweet, sweet, sweet." Let's see what else. Oh, me and Sam had a hell of a epic. It's the return of the gaming streams. So if you guys have not watched it yet, be sure to watch it. Be sure to watch it. Me and Sam, we played. Oh God, how many games did we play? We made more progress on Dead Space. We played some Resident Evil 4. We played Donkey Kong. We played Super Mario World. I think that's it. I can't remember. If you guys remember any more games that I played, let me know. All right. I think that's all what's going on. So this weekend, I'm trying to think of any other updates. I think that's it. Going to church this weekend. Me and Sam may be going golfing this weekend too on Saturday. Sam hasn't gotten back to me yet. Sam's got a new job, so kudos, congrats to Sam. Way to go, buddy, on that new job. Hell yeah. So I'm glad I'm glad that Sam is happier, because man, I've been praying for Sam, guys. I kid you not. I know some people in the community are not religious, and that's fine. I don't judge people. But thank you to all the people in the community that are religious that was praying for Sam, because Sam was going through some shit. You know, and Sam said, "Fierce, I don't care if you tell people, because I've already told." I don't want to say anything, because that's Sam's business, but one of the biggest things that he was going through, his cat, Una, died. And then he found out that his grandma, I think it's his only grandma left, she has cancer. I don't know what type of cancer, so that's a lot of shit. So he's like, "Fierce," he goes, "You realize why I didn't like reach out?" I said, "Listen," I said, "when my dad died, I told everybody to fuck off, and I did my own thing." I said, "Sam, you're totally fine." And I said, "Sam, I even took longer." I said, "I'm still grieving on my dad." I said, "Just, I keep myself busy. That's what's been helping me. You know, if I'm not editing, I'm streaming. If I'm not streaming, I'm at work. If I'm not at work, I'm taking a nap. You know, I'm staying busy. You know." So I said, "Sam, stay busy." I said, "and that'll help the grieving process." You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Tender Immortal. When did I do that stream? I did it. Let's see. Let me look up. Let me look it up. Tender Immortal. I'll tell you. It was either a day or two ago. It was last. I believe last Sunday. Let me make sure. Yeah, so Tinder Immortal, there's a picture of me and Sam standing in front of the dead space with the guy with the silver and green helmet, and it says, just look up, go to Fears' live streams on Fears Vlogs, and it's called Fears Podcast: The Return of Sam and Fears Gaming, and we did that last Sunday, and it's a 4 hours and 33 minute stream. So it's a while. It's a long podcast. So get yourself some popcorn and get yourself some soda. It's a good stream though, Tinder Moral. You should watch it. So yeah. Any cons planned this weekend? I don't think so. The next con is, well, I'll be honest, Larry. I missed out on the March 11th, the Orlando Collectors Fest, and the March 12th one. I just didn't feel like going. So the next one, I'm definitely going. It's a 2-day con. I don't know if I'll go 2 days. I may just go 1 day, but we'll see. Next one is April 22nd, 23rd, Tampa, Florida Extravaganza Collectors Con. So that'll be the next one. And Fear spoke too soon. Remember how I said I'd probably have to go take a dump? I have to go take a dump. So just go ahead and study my Pringles can, and I'll be right back. Ooh! Oh man, that was a dump and a half. Oh my lord, that was a dump and a half. Oh my lord. Um, Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Applies to Crohn's as well. That's true. That's true. I didn't even have that many Pringles visions. Those are my favorite type of Pringles, the salt and vinegar ones. So if I ever do open up a mailbox, send me some salt and vinegar Pringles, please, pretty please. Those Pringles can be good. To poop in the lid makes it. What the fuck are you on about? Oh my god, that's just gross. That's nasty. Very chill stream you and Sam had. I enjoyed it. Yeah, yeah. It was a very fun, chill stream. So Tinder Moral, definitely watch it. You'll like it. You'll definitely like it. All right, time for the reviews. I think that's. One more update. I do want to try. I told Randall the last time. I haven't uploaded the vlog yet. I will. So the next two vlogs are Super RetroCon, that big, epic, going nuts, like 80s, 90s, like pop culture, sci-fi pop culture convention. Larry, get ready for an epic vlog. I mean, I filmed not only with all the celebrities, visions. I got almost an interview with almost all the celebrities at Super RetroCon, except for that Brian guy, except for the Revenge of the Nerds guy. But he said he was about to start a project, and he said he can't really be on film. So I said, can you just wave to the camera? And he goes, I can wave, Fears. So I'll probably just put him waving. But I got about halfway through his interview, and he said, wait, is this live? Are you filming? And I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, man. He goes, I can't be on film. He goes, I'm about to start a project soon. I went, oh, okay. I'm like, my bad. And he goes, can you erase it? I said, I can. I didn't, though. But I probably won't upload it. I'll probably just keep it. I'll probably just keep the footage. But yeah, I didn't erase it. But anyway. So that one's coming next. And then the Randall. I'm sorry. The Randall Beach vlog is coming next. Then Super RetroCon. But the reason why I bring that up is I told Randall, I said, I didn't get to go to the beach not once last year. Not once. So I really want to go to the beach this year at least 3 or 4 times, because that's one of the main reasons why I moved here. I love going to the beach. I love it. I love going to the beach. If you roll up a piece of foam and stuff it in the can, it doubles. Oh shit! That was funny. That was funny, Visions. He says it doubles as a girlfriend. Yeah. Where the hell do you come up with this shit? That was great. That was great, Visions. Oh my god. That was fucking hilarious. That was good. Oh shit. That was funny. That was funny. That was good. Cheers, buddy. That was good. I need that snake-sized can for that. Oh shit. Oh man, it's getting intense in the chat. Oh lord. No, Visions, I'll be honest. You know, one of the things that I'm looking forward to when I mean, yeah, the Goonie location, I'm looking forward to all that. But literally, Visions, just hanging out with you, buddy, getting to know you more. Like how you said, like when you were on stream, like Fears, I know you, but I don't know you. Like, Visions and you guys know so much more about me because I share my life. But if I'm being honest, I know bits and pieces of Visions, but it's going to be awesome to get to know the real Visions. Finally find out your real name, buddy, you know? Because Pixel won't mind that I out him. I know Pixel's real name, but I've gotten so used to, hey Pixel, hey Visions. I've gotten so used to calling you guys by your profile names. When I find out your real name, sometimes it's hard. I'm like, oh yeah, Pixel's name is Mike. But I never call Mike. I always, hey, Pixel, what's up, man? What's up, dude? You know, same thing how it's going to be with Visions. Visions said, like, whenever he met Gothic King Cobra, Visions said that he called Cobra a couple of times before he found out. I don't even know Cobra's real name, you know? So, yeah. But, yeah. So, that's what I'm really looking forward to, Visions. Getting to know you more as a person. Because you are a good buddy, and you've been a loyal supporter for so long. I don't even remember when you became a fan. I think you've been watching diligently for, what, 3 years now? 4 years? It's been a minute. It's been a while, because I remember the first time that I went to Lord Vision's website, and I was like, oh, this is fucking great. And it was just memes everywhere. And the thing about Vision's thing is, he doesn't make fun of anyone. It's just memes about certain things. Like, I'll give an example. He goes, Fears? He goes, one day I was doing my laundry and I saw the picture of bleach and he said, that would look good on a fucking mug. Or something, right? It was something like that, Visions. Like you were doing your laundry or some shit. And I can't remember. And you were like, oh yeah, bleach. All of a sudden, a week later, it's on a fucking mug, you know? And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. So yeah. You know, whenever the gym live streams were, oh, yeah, well, the reason why those stopped is because their internet started being so sucky. And then there's no internet, Visions, in my gym, in my apartment complex. You know? Sometimes if you get on Wi-Fi, sometimes like when I'm running on the treadmill, I'll watch, one of my favorite things to watch when I'm working out and I'm running on the treadmill, I'll set up my phone. And if the internet is there, and you can catch it on Wi-Fi, because sometimes there's no internet. So I'll turn on my Wi-Fi, and sometimes I can catch, you know, a brief spurt of internet access, you know, and I love to watch Inside the Actor's Studio. I love to watch that guy interview, and I love learning about people's lives, especially actors and filmmakers and all that shit, because I'm into that. So I'll run on the treadmill for like 40 minutes and I'll watch uh, inside the actor studio. But if the internet is not working, then I'll just run for like 20, 30 minutes and then get off and then go do the ellipticals and then I'll do some bench press and, whatever else I want to do. So that's the reason why those live streams stop, because the internet fucking sucks at the gym. So yeah, but whenever the internet was great, those started Visions back in, I think it was right after I got done trying to become that flight attendant, that was in the middle of 2018. And a couple of months later, that's when I really started working out, because I was kind of bummed I didn't get that flight attendant job. So that was towards the middle to the end of 2000. So wow, you've been a fan the end of 2018, 19, 20, 21, 20, 2022. Now, so you've been a fan for 5 years. Damn. That's what's up. That's what's up, buddy. Wow, 5 years. 5 years of friendship, and it goes by so fast, man. Holy shit. 5 years is getting old. Oh, my God. That's what's up. 5 years of being a loyal friend and a loyal viewer. Well, thanks, buddy. Thanks, Visions, for watching, and thanks everybody else for watching, too. Visions, was you the one who told me about using a grapefruit for one? Oh, shit. Oh, man. Larry, you're getting some X-rated shit on this. He's talking about grapefruits and like fucking Pringle cans and shit. Oh, my God. I probably should get to the reviews. Oh, man. Larry, shame, 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 shame. Oh, man. How dare you annihilate that fucking grapefruit? What did that grapefruit ever do to you? I'm just playing around. All right, so one of the greatest Thanksgiving movies of all time. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And I got the steel case. Check it out. Comes with 2 discs. One's a DVD, one's a Blu-ray. Got this cool cover art in the back. Okay, the only thing is Visions. They have a deleted scene in this. Why they would fucking delete this scene out of the movie baffles me. It's a fucking great scene. So so first of all, it comes with tons of bonus features, right? So I'm watching and it says one deleted scene and it says airplane food. And I'm like, okay, I've never seen this, so I click on it. And it's basically when Del Griffith and Neil, they're Del's bothering the hell out of Neil while he's trying to eat his meal. And Neil looks at Del and says, "What do you think this is?" And it's like the worst fucking lasagna ever. And Del's like, he goes, "Well, 7 to 8 hours ago, that was lasagna." But he goes, "But after all the delays and them reheating it and then cooling it down and reheating it again," he goes, "that's what it looks like." And then Del, if you guys have seen the movie, he goes into all these long-ass spiels and shit, and Del is like the most annoyingest fucking guy on the planet. But he's got a heart of gold. That's what makes John Candy's character. He's annoying as fuck, but he's got a heart of gold. And he means well. So he goes, "Oh, whenever I fly," he goes, "I get a special meal." He goes, "When I fly on American, I get their taco salad, and all this other shit." He goes, "Then when I fly on American, I get the vegetarian plate, and then he goes, and then when I fly Atlantic," or he says some shit, he goes, "I tell him that I'm a youngster and I get the kiddie meal," and he goes, "It's a very nice meal. You get like a little brownie and a fucking hot dog," and I'm like, well, obviously, Del, you're like 40, you're not a fucking kid. So that's probably why they deleted that scene, because I'm like, that would never happen in real life. If I went to an airline and been like, "Hey, I'm a youngster," they'd be like, "No, you're not, Fears. You're almost 40. Yeah, you're not getting the kid meal." Plus, that's just weird. I'd be like, "No, I'll just take a normal meal. I'm an adult. I don't need the kids' meal." You're fucking hilarious, Like, I would never do that. So that's probably one of the reasons why but the scene is funny. And I was like, that scene's funny. Why wouldn't they keep that in the film, And he's eating the most grossest shit in front of Del. He takes off his shoes, and he's like, "Oh, man," he's like, "my feet need to breathe." And then he's like wiggling his like sock around. So I'm like, "Oh, your foot odor is going up, Neil's nose while he's trying to eat." So I think, Visions, they should have kept that scene in. Because it's a fucking hilarious scene. I'm like, maybe the movie was going too long, and they're like, "Hey, we got to cut it." But essentially, So that was one bonus feature. The other bonus feature was a tribute to John Candy because unfortunately he passed away in 1994, I believe. It was 93, 94. It was shortly after he made that wagon western comedy with I think it was what was the other actor? Richard Gere, I think, was in it. And shortly after he made that funny western comedy, he passed away. And I mean, he was a great actor. He was fucking hilarious, John Candy. Uh, he went before his time. So they did a tribute to him on this Blu-ray. There was the making of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I've been to some of the movie locations. They shot outside and in one of the terminals of the St. Louis airport. I've been to the St. Louis airport a half a million times. The place where he exactly stands, my mom dropped me off, and I've walked through the little tunnel. So I've been there. Exactly where that fucking guy stands in some of the scenes. Um, the place where he goes up to rent a car, that's inside the St. Louis airport. I almost said U.S. airport. I'm tired. St. Louis airport. I've been to that exact thing because one time when I came to visit my mom's like, "Hey John, you're gonna have to rent a car. You can't use my car. I'm busy this week. Whenever you come." And I was like, "That's fine, Mom." I'm like, I can either borrow Uncle Jim's car, and I was like, "Oh wait, Uncle Jim works." I'm like, I can't do that. So there's one time where I had to rent a car, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the exact same place where they fucking did it in fucking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So I've been to all that shit, and they shot a lot of it in St. Louis because it's a traveling movie. He's on a business trip from New York. He lives in Chicago, but he gets fucking derailed and shit, and they send him to Wichita, and then he has to go from Wichita, Kansas, then to St. Louis, and then he finally, at the end of the film, gets to Chicago, and he sees his kids and his wife, and they finally sit down for a Thanksgiving meal, and his dad's there and everything. So I've been to a lot of the areas where they shot in St. Louis when they made it to St. Louis in the film. I've been to every single movie location that they shot in St. Louis, and it's kind of cool. You don't see St. Louis often on film, but when you do, it's fucking great. And they've only shot a handful of films in St. Louis. They shot Escape from New York there, one of my favorite John Carpenter films. Fuck yeah, Randy, for introducing me to Escape from New York. Make a fucking third Escape from New York. God damn you fucking filmmakers. Get on it. They filmed Planes, Trains, and Automobiles there. Uh, they've shot a couple commercials in St. Louis. Like big ones. Like huge ones. I don't remember the commercial, but I've seen them on television. There's one other movie that they shot. I can't remember the third film they shot. So they've only shot a handful of films in St. Louis. You know, they need to make more. They need to make more. So yeah, they shot some scenes from Flubber in my hometown. Oh, that's what's up, Tinder Immortal. Good old Robin Williams style, Flubber. You ever seen the movie Hoosiers? I had a part in that movie. I was in the ninth grade. You weren't in that movie, Larry. Whatever. No way. I don't believe that. I mean, that would be cool to be in that movie, but I don't believe that. Come on. I learned that trick from Cobra. Well, I mean, Cobra is kind of a crazy, out of control dude, Vision. So I wouldn't doubt it. You know. So I definitely would give this film a 10 out of 10. It is a great, legendary film. Great actors, the best. I'm sad to say that he passed away, and it's really sad. John Candy, R.I.P. Rest in peace. You are the fucking man. Hopefully you're up there talking to my dad right now. My dad was the greatest ever. John Candy was the greatest ever. Steve Martin, a legend. A legend. And he's still alive, and he's still going nuts, and he's still making movies, and he's fucking great. And I like it that it's a buddy-buddy movie. It doesn't start out, they're at odds almost the entire film. And then towards the middle to the end, they become the best of friends. Probably the greatest scene out of the whole film is towards the end where Neil finally pieces together what Del was talking about. He's like, oh, I love my wife so much. She's great. She's the best. And then there's a diner scene where Neil's like, I spend too much time on the road. I spend too much time in New York because he works in marketing, so he's always taking business trips. And he goes, I need to spend more time at home. And then Dell says the most legendary line. He goes, Oh man, I haven't been home in years. Well, he doesn't have a home. He travels, for his job. And I'll give Dell this. At least he has a job. It's the most hilarious job on the face of the planet, but at least he stays busy. He sells shower curtains. What a career. But whatever pays the bills. But I don't know if it was me, I would pick something else. Shower curtains. It's kind of boring, but we do need them. We do need shower curtains, so it is what it is. But uh, so Neil pieces it together and goes, "Oh, the reason why he talks about his wife so much, I know he loves her, but she's gone." And that's the most legendary scene in my eyes. He goes back to the train station. He's like, Dell, what are you doing here? He goes, I thought you said you were going to go home and visit your family for Thanksgiving. And he's like, all right, I'll come clean. I don't have a home. He goes, I think his wife's name is Mary. I think in the film, I can't remember her name. I think it's Mary. And he said, oh, she died 8 years ago. And then Neil's like, oh wow, shit, I'm so sorry. And then he doesn't say come and spend Thanksgiving with me. Just the next scene is them grabbing onto Dell's trunk that he lugs around, puts all of his shit in the trunk, and they go up and they have Thanksgiving, and it ends like happy, you know. Um, I'd like to think they've never made a sequel. Well, they can't make a sequel now because John Candy passed away. But I'd like to think that Neil helped Dell get a home, offered him a job in his marketing company, that kind of stuff. That's ever since I was a kid, I was like, well, hopefully he didn't just say, hey, have Thanksgiving and then kicked him out. Hopefully they remained friends. Hopefully he said, hey, you know what? You make some more money, enough to buy an apartment or a house. Why don't you get a job at my marketing company? So it is a great film. It's a great film. If you have not watched it, watch it. Um, that's my favorite scene, though, at the end. The most funniest scene, I'll admit, probably the most funniest scene is that scene I told you about, the deleted scene. They should have kept the fucking them talking about the shitty airplane food and then Dell just bothering the shit out of Neil while he's trying to eat. Like he's like picking his ear and flicking the earwax, and then he's taking off his shoes and like, oh, I gotta let my feet breathe, and like wiggling his little sock around so he gets Neil gets the fumes of Dell's fucking feet up his nose. That scene is fucking hilarious, and it's not even in the movie. That's the funniest scene in my eyes. It's a deleted scene, and it's on the Blu-ray. You can watch it. It's fucking hilarious. I wish they would have kept it in there. But the funniest scene that they kept in the film, probably, I really love the scene where they finally become like buddies, and Neil just says, you know what? Dell's fucking hilarious and he's weird. I'm just gonna fucking roll with it. And they're eating Doritos in the hotel and drinking booze, and they're just talking about their wives and how crazy that this trip has been. And it's a funny scene. It's an emotional scene, and but it's so funny, and like Neil's like to the wives, and like they're drinking booze and shit and eating fucking Doritos and like Dell's farting and shit, and it's a funny scene. It's a funny scene. That's probably the most hilarious scene. Uh, are you wait? Are you saying wait Adele like the singer? I don't know what you're on about, Pixel. Shout out to Pixel. What's up, buddy? Talking about planes, trains, and automobiles. One of the greatest Thanksgiving movies ever, buddy. And they filmed some of it in my hometown of downtown St. Louis, motherfucker. That's right. Oh yeah. So I loved it. I loved it. I don't know what you're on about, Pixel. You have to explain a little bit more. So if you have not watched this, I'm sure everybody has watched this, but in case you haven't, to any of my viewers, watch it. You're missing out. Watch this film. It's fucking great. It's amazing. It is amazing. You guys are missing out if you haven't seen this film. I love this film. I watch it every year around Thanksgiving. You know how like I always watch, Clark Griswold, Christmas Vacation around Christmas? Well, Visions Now Fears has added a few Christmas movies to the list. Now Fears around Christmas will watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 through 5.
I still need to finish 3, 4, and 5, but I'll get around to it. But next Christmas, oh yeah, I'm watching 1 through 5. Garbage Day, fucking hilarious, fucking Ricky. Oh yeah, that's happening next Christmas. Oh yeah. Wait, you kept saying Adele for John Candy's character name. No, Del Griffith, not Adele. Pixel, Del. That's his name. His name is Del Griffith, and he's the shower curtain salesman guy. I didn't say Adele. Don't even go there, Pixel. I said Del, D-E-L, Del Griffith. And then his character is Neil. I think his last name is Page, Neil Page. So yeah. The Jerk is my favorite Steve Martin. Oh yeah, The Jerk's fucking hilarious. And you know what, Larry? At least in my eyes, the funniest scene is when he finally asks out that the girl of his dreams, not the biker chick. The biker chick basically just tells Steve Martin's character, "Hey, we're lovers. You're going out with me." Well, he's like, well, I guess. And I know he has, like, sex with her and stuff, but then he's like, I don't really like this biker chick. But then when he meets that cute girl, he's like, oh, well, fuck the biker chick. I'm going to ask her out. He finally asks her out, and they're in that, like, in his trailer, because that's when he's working at the circus, and he's eating pizza out of a cup. That's my favorite scene, Larry, out of The Jerk, where he's like, oh, he's like, he goes, pizza in the cup. This guy's legendary for cooking pizza, putting it in the cup. He goes, this is the greatest fucking pizza in a cup ever. That's my favorite scene out of The Jerk. And I don't remember who that lady actress was, but she was pretty cute. She's pretty cute. But yeah, so Pixel, you've got to see this, man. I'm sure you already have seen it, but it's fucking great. I love this. And I got it at FYE, like about 5 or 6 months ago. I got the Steelbook. Oh, yeah. So, Visions, if I find Silent Night, Deadly Night, the Steelbook, I'm getting it. Oh, I'm getting it. Because I love the Steelbooks. So, I finally sat down and watched it, even though I bought it like 5, 6 months ago. Amazing! Alright. Time for Paul Blart, Mall Cop. Okay, so Fears can relate to this. I've done security at a mall. I've done many security jobs. There's a lot of downtime. Paul Blart, he's got a lot of downtime in this movie. And the only thing that exciting that ever happens in his life is when finally some psycho BMX bikers take over the fucking mall and raise all sorts of hell and chaos. But besides that, he just gets on his, I forgot what these are called. I think it's Segways. And he just rolls around the mall, and then like he kind of like flirts with this girl that like sells hair extensions. It's a funny movie. Is it the most funniest movie of all time? Not so much. I'd give it about a 6. It's like in the middle. It's like it's a good movie to watch like on a Sunday afternoon, if you got nothing to do, Plus, but I do like Kevin James. Kevin James is fucking hilarious. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 more than the first one. And that's very rare because we all know Fears is things on sequels. Some sequels can be good. Most sequels, not so much. But some sequels are actually good. Kevin James is hysterical, though. I mean, look at him going nuts on Guitar Hero right here. He's like, going nuts with it. So it's a funny movie. It's a funny watch, but it's not the best movie. I give it about a 6. About a 6. Pixel says Kevin James is in a horror movie where he's the killer, I believe, but I haven't seen it. Came out a few years back. Oh, I didn't know that, Pixel. That's cool. Do you know the name of the horror movie? Do you know the name of it? Because I had no idea. My favorite part is when he walks in the airport and says, I need a fucking car. Yeah, he's like, give me a fucking Buick, give me a fucking Dodge. He goes, give me a fucking car with 4 fucking wheels and a fucking seat. He goes, I want a fucking car. And then she's like, I really don't appreciate your attitude, sir, or something like that. And he goes, well, I don't appreciate your fucking company giving me keys to a car that's not fucking there. And he goes ballistic. So, and she's like, can I see your rental agreement, sir? And then he's like, I threw it away. And then she goes, oh, well, then you're fucked, sir. And you know that same lady. That same lady plays the assistant to the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She's fucking hilarious, and she was in Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. That old kind of like young. She's got big poofy hair and shit. So yeah, I want a fucking car. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. Yo, Pixel says, Blizzy times here. What's up, heroes? And he says, way ahead of you, got the Blizzy lit, and the boot is full. Oh, hell yeah. That's what it is. Heroes, listen, you'll be proud of Fears. On St. Patrick's Day, Fears finally drank his whole, I drank the whole boot. And then when Sam was streeting, I was like, you know, I'm just going to keep the buzz going. And I drank half a boot. So a full boot and a half a boot. That's the most I've ever drank out of the boot. Let's see. Pixel says the Kevin James horror film is called Becky. Well, you know what, Visions? Pixel. I'm sorry, Pixel. After this stream, I will watch the trailer on YouTube. So it's just Becky, right? So I'll just write in Becky trailer. I can't see him playing a killer, though. You know, because it's probably his first horror film, Pixel, because he's always either the sappy, like, comic relief guy, or he has played in a couple of drama movies, but normally Kevin James does comedies, normally. And then he was on that TV show for a long time where he played the UPS delivery guy, and I don't remember the name of the television show. But I watched that for a couple years, and he was fucking hilarious as the UPS guy. And then I think in that TV show, his next door neighbor was Lou Ferrigno, the guy out of the Incredible Hulk or something. So yeah. Can I have that empty vodka bottle? No, you cannot, Larry. Fierce has washed that bottle 2 times. I'm gonna run it again through the dishwasher tonight because I just want to get all the excess, liquor out of it, and I'm gonna fill it up with water. So by tomorrow, it will be on the shelf. It'll be on the movie prop shelf right over there. Right over there. That's right. By the way, James Bond painting, $10 at a thrift store. Someone was going to throw that away. How dare they? That is a great fucking painting of James Bond. I finally just made the giveaway video announcement, so it'll be dropping on Friday. All right, so Heroes and Villains Collectibles is doing a giveaway, guys. So this Friday, watch the video, get the details. Get with it, heroes! Actually, I can't say that because you guys have been waiting for the me and Fears, the Fears and Randall Beach vlog for what, 2 weeks now, and Fears still hasn't got it up, so I can't really talk. So yeah. So Pixel, I will definitely check that out. I'll check out and I'll give you an analysis of what I thought of Becky trailer and see if it's worth a watch. But that's kind of an interesting pick for a serial killer. I can't see Kevin James in it, but hopefully he did a good job in it. He's always in like comedy. But anyway, it's a funny kind of like buddy movie. Like I said, I'd rate it about a 6. It's fun to watch on a Sunday afternoon. He plays just this boring mall cop, security, and all of a sudden, terrorists take over the mall, and they're trying to steal all the codes off the credit card machines to get all the money and shit out of the mall. And basically, Paul Blart stops him, and Paul Blart's got a lot of problems. He's lonely, hasn't had a girlfriend in years. His wife only married him to get citizenship, and then left him and his kid, to fend for themselves. He has hypoglycemia, where he has to keep his sugar up, and if not, he'll just fall asleep. So he's always falling asleep in the film and shit. It's funny. It's just it's not the most funniest film I've ever seen, but like I said, it's an okay watch. Like on a Sunday afternoon, I give it about a 6. Give it about a 6. You still need to look up. Keep reminding me about that, Pixel. I will. I'll look that one up. It would have you bunging beyond belief. It's everything you love. Cheesy 80s style and action, a little horror comedy, and a good family story. You know what? I'm going to look it up right now. Give me 1 second. Let me highlight it and see what it's all about. All right, hang on. I'll save it, Pixel. I'll save it and I'll watch it after the stream. All right, so I copied it. Let me go to YouTube and I'll put it in. And so I'll put it in, and I'll watch the trailer of it and let you know what I thought. Psycho Gorman official trailer. Psycho Gorman. Psycho Gorman. That's what it is. Well, already, Pixel, I'm fucking losing it. It's some monster, and he's got aviator shades on with a fucking cowboy hat. What the hell? Oh, man. I may have to get this movie. It looks hilarious. All right, well, I'm gonna watch the trailer, buddy. As soon as I get done with the stream. It looks hilarious already. He's a creature. I don't know what creature. He's got like gray skin with like red blood vessels all around, and looks hilarious. All right. So I'll look up Becky and I'll look up Psycho Gorman. Put water in the bottle with red food coloring so it looks like the skulls. Oh, that's actually a cool idea. That's a cool idea. I may do it. I don't know. I may want to keep the first one classic because they call that the classic bottle heroes, and it's like clear. It's like super clear. The next one I'm gonna get, I think the next one's called Omniox. It's the black Crystal Skull vodka bottle, and it's solid black, and it's a different type of vodka because they said in each bottle, it's the same product, just a different type of taste to it. Like they've added some spices or some shit to the Omniox bottle. So I think that's the next one I'm gonna get. They've added more. Now they have an alien head bottle. Now they've got like a purple bottle. Same skull, it's just purple looking. So they've added some more bottles to their thing. Because last year I looked, they only had, I think, like maybe 4 selections on their Crystal Skull head vodka website. So around Christmas time, I'm gonna probably order the Omninox Black Crystal Skull head, and I'll taste it on camera. And because I fully support Dan Aykroyd, I love that vodka. It's so good, so good. So yep. All right, but anyway, how would I? So let's see. Probably my favorite scene in it. I do like the dinner scene where it's him and he lives with his mom. That's how pathetic Paul Blart is. So it's him and his kid and his mom, and they're talking about his hypoglycemia. And then he's like, peanut butter. He's like, it just fills the cracks of happiness and shit. And he's putting peanut butter on his slice of pie. That's a funny scene. And then another funny scene is when he's like, all right, Vec, welcome to the show. And he rips off his security outfit, and he wears like an all-black security outfit, and he's a badass, and he's got his badge right here. And he just takes down the villains one by one. That's a funny scene. So yeah, like I said, I give it about a 6. About a 6. About a 6. All right, time for the last topic. If you guys have got any questions for me, let me know. Back in the day, Fears used to look up questions on the internet. I haven't done it in a while. And so today I've selected life questions. So if you guys have got any questions about Fears' life, ask me. So I'll answer your questions about my life, and I'll answer questions off the internet. So let's just go to internet and let me pull up some. I should have had it prepared. I apologize. So let me grab some. So if you guys got any questions, Visions had the best question yesterday. That one I really enjoyed. That one was a good question. Visions. Let's see what comes up here. All right. So it said, all right. Question 1. Are you doing what you truly want to do in life? The answer is no. No. What I would really want to do in life, I would love to do YouTube and TikTok full time. Kind of like how Roman Atwood or Casey Neistat does. That's my dream. And if that couldn't become a reality, then I would love that flight attendant job. I really would. Number 2. How many promises have you made in life, and how many of them have you fulfilled? I mean, I try to keep my promises. Everything that I say I'm going to do, I usually end up doing. It may be not right away, but I get around to it. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I'll give you an example. I told Visions, yeah, I'm going to do the Sleepaway Camp review. I'm going to do the Sleepaway Camp review. It took me a long time, but I got it done. Let's see. Larry says, did you have a Segway when you did security? Nope, I can honestly say I never rode a Segway, Larry. I walked a lot. I walked and did my security patrols. And it depends on the security job you do. Like, I'd say the best security job I ever did, it's when Pixel started watching. Pixel, remember when I did security at that Verizon call center? They had 6 floors, and I just started on the 6th floor, and I worked my way from the 6th floor, and I had to check every closet, every door to make sure they were all locked. I had to check everyone's cubicle, all that to make sure nothing was going on. So I started the job at around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I would go to about 12, and I would lock up the security office. I would lock all the doors in the entire building, and then I would punch out. So I would be out of there by like 12:30 at night. And the coolest thing about that job is when the workers were still there, they would always walk down to the security office and just give us shitloads of free food. Hey guys, we just had a birthday party for such and such. We don't want this fried chicken to go to waste. So my boss would be like, yeah, yeah, give it to us. The fridge was filled to the brim with like extra food, and I got a few coffee mugs. So that's why the first few coffee mugs that Fears ever drank out of on stream, they were from Verizon because I got them for free. Because they were always handing out free shit there. And they said if you ever get hungry and there's nothing left in the fridge, they said you can go into our snack lounge, and they said as long as you leave a couple of bucks near the register, you can grab whatever you want. So sometimes I'd be like, you know what, I'm getting hungry. Even if I brought sometimes I would bring my lunch because sometimes my boss would clean out the fridge and go, hey guys, nobody ate all that stuff. It's starting to get moldy. I'm cleaning out the fridge. So he would clean out the fridge like once every 2 weeks, you know? And then, but again, as soon as we cleaned it out, 3 or 4 days would go by and nothing would be in the fridge. I kid you not, Vision. Then all of a sudden they would have another party at the Verizon call center and it would be filled to the brim. So I almost never brought my lunch. I would always just eat leftovers there. And it was great. But sometimes I would get hungry even after I brought my lunch or whatever I ate out of the fridge. And I would go into their snack lounge and be, all right, I'll grab a Butterfinger and I'll grab a Gatorade. And I would just put the money right next to the register and leave a note saying, hey, I'm Security Officer John Fierce. I grabbed a Butterfinger and a Gatorade or whatever. Here's the money. And then they would just put it in the register the next morning. And I got as much free coffee as I wanted. Because whenever I got the job, my security boss and the Verizon call center manager said, if you ever get tired on the second floor, there was 6 floors. He goes, on the second floor, there's a coffee lounge. He goes, and we replenish the coffee every single week. So he said there'll always be coffee for you and your staff. So I would always go up there and I'd refill my coffee almost every single day. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, you used to be able to lounge back and watch Star Trek and stream on YouTube. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you know what, Pixel, at the Verizon call center, it got so boring. I would bring my backpack with my laptop and edit videos at work. The only responsibility I had there, the only responsibility I had was I had to do 3 security rounds. And my boss said, I don't care how you stretch them out. So this is how I did it. I would do one right when I would get to work at around 3, 4. And he goes, Fears, you just have to go to every single floor and look through every single closet, bathroom, make sure everything's locked up by the end of the night. So he said, how you want to stretch those out, that's up to you. So this is how I did it. I did one around 3 or 4 when I first got there. Then I wouldn't do another one until like 9 at night. So I did one at 9 at night. And then I did one before I left at 12. So at around 11:50, I would go up to the 6th floor, and it would take me about 10 to 20 minutes to go through all 6 floors. And then right at 12:30, I would lock the doors and then punch out and skedaddle out of there. So, but besides that, I'm telling you, Pixel, that was one of the greatest jobs. And I would probably still do it, but some lady freaked out, and she had me and like 3 other security officers fired. So it was nuts, but it was a good gig. It was a good gig. Did you quit that job? Well, it was a mixture of I had to no that was before. No, the job I quit to move to Florida was another security gig. I was doing security in downtown St. Louis at some massive hotel that had like 40 floors. That was a good gig too. I did get some free stuff there, but not as much as the Verizon call center. The Verizon call center, I got shitloads of free stuff. It was awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Oh, come on, Hollywood Toy Hunter. You know what I meant. Listen, the reason why they had. You're not pathetic. The reason why I said that is because he's trying to get a girlfriend. He's living with his mom, and he's got his kid with him in the movie. And I'm like, it'd be easier to find a chick if you had your own apartment. And he doesn't have a cell phone. So they made Paul Blart very pathetic. But that's part of his character. I'm not saying that you're pathetic, so don't even go there. So yeah. But, all right, next question. Again, if you guys have got any questions about Fears' life, go for it. All right, next question. Um, uh, when you have broken the rules because of something that you believed in, was it because that you cared about someone? I've broken the rules in life for different things. If it was something that I stood up for and believed in, I broke the rules and stood up for what I believed in. And yeah, there's been some rules where I've stood up for someone that I loved and cared about and broke the rules and be like, no, that's bullshit. You're listening to me. You don't treat my friend or you don't treat my family member like that. Don't even go there. You know. Uh, let's see here. If you died now, would you have any regrets? Oh yeah. I mean, everybody has regrets. I definitely would have regrets. There's some things that I haven't gotten around to that I want to do. Yeah, of course. I think that's with anyone. If you before death, you have to come to terms with everything, and yeah, I would have some regrets. Um, what's the difference between you and most other people? Well, probably the main difference is Fears has an abundance of everlasting energy. So I guarantee you, no one in the community has more energy than Fears. So yeah. Um, if today was the last day on Earth, what would you do? Probably fly home and spend some time with my friends and my family. Of course, I think everybody would do that. You know. That's a pretty simple question. All right. Um, next one. Is it true that there's a soulmate out there for everyone? Yes. I really do believe that. I think everyone deserves someone, even the fucking idiot trolls. I just haven't met my soulmate yet. But I do believe that she's out there. Um, why do you resist some people and embrace others? I embrace all the nice, positive people. Again, I don't like drama in my life, so why would I embrace trolls, negativity, bad people? That's mostly with everybody. People want to live a long, happy life. So I don't want to deal with hate and and shitty people. So yeah, that's true, Larry. That's true. You have the most energy and the most naps. You know what? I think I've taken the title. Or actually, no. I'll be honest. Visions. Who takes the most naps? Me or Sega? Sega takes a lot of naps. No, no. Listen, Hollywood. Hollywood Toy Hunter. I'm older than you, and I still don't have a wife, and it's not over for me. It's not over for you. You've still got time. 34. Hell, Fears has still got time. I'm only 39. I'm gonna be 40 this October. There's still time for me to find a wife. It's just hard finding your soulmate. It really is. It's hard. It's hard to find that perfect someone. But she's out there. I think you take more than Sega. Well, probably because I work so many late hours. This is what happens. I'll get up. I'll go to work. It depends on when they want me to come in, Pixel. Sometimes it's 2 in the morning. Sometimes it's 3. Sometimes it's 4. Just depends. If it's a very slow night, the most boxes we've ever had ever at the factory. My boss called me and said, "Fears, Christmas time's coming up." And I went, "Oh, is it going to be nuts?" And he goes, "Well," "you've never worked at a factory." And I said, "No." I said, "This is the first time." He goes, "So back then, Pixel, I think I had only been there. Total, I've been at the factory. Next month, it'll be 7 months." So I did the first Christmas thing at the factory, last Christmas. So he goes, "Fears, I just want to let you know, around Christmas time, it gets insane." He goes, and when I mean insane, like I almost said tremendously, my bad. He didn't say that, that's my own word. He said, "Fears, let's put it this way, it gets busy." And I said, "Well, how busy?" He goes, all right. He goes, I'll give you an example, Fears. Last Christmas, before this one, he goes, we had 140,000 boxes. He goes, we didn't get out of here until 10:45, 11 in the morning. And I went, oh shit. And he goes, yeah. He goes, that's how busy it gets. He goes, we should have already been done. He goes, because normally the FedEx drivers, they're out the door by 9:30, 9:45. He goes, Fears, we had to tell the FedEx drivers to wait because we still weren't done getting boxes off the line and in their trucks. And I went, wow. I'm like, that's a lot. So he said, I just want to let you know. So the most I've ever had, Pixel, when I worked there was 125,000. That's the busiest night we've ever had. Ever. The most non-busiest, I think I was there 30 minutes to an hour one day. They said, yeah, hey, we've only got 10,000. I was like, 10,000? And my female boss said, oh yeah, Fears, we'll be done lickety split. I'm like, 9,000's all we have tonight? She goes, yeah, around 9,000, 10,000. Should take us 30 minutes to an hour to get that done. I'm like, what? I'm like, in the whole factory? She goes, yeah. She goes, it's a slow night. She goes, we have some of those every once in a blue moon. I was like, well, this is the first. I said, ever since I've got hired here, it's usually 30, 40, 50, 60, 125. She goes, yeah. She goes, most nights are like that. But she's like, tonight, she goes, some nights people send more packages some days than others. And I was like, apparently. So, yeah. So, yeah. That's true, Larry. I do work a lot more than Sega. So, I do take more. But, yeah. But the reason, to answer Pixel's question, like, depends on when I come in. So if I go in around 2 or 3, I'll get off around anywhere between 7, 8, or 9. I come home and I have a routine. I come home, take a shower, get something to eat real quick, right to bed. And I usually get up around anywhere between 11:30 to 1 because I usually do my shows around 1:30, 2, 3. But today, the reason why it's such a late stream is I had to go and do a few errands. So yeah. So yeah. All right, next question. But yeah, keep your guys' questions coming, and then I'll read some more questions off the internet. All right, let's see. The next one is in your opinion, what's more valuable, material possessions or a loving family? Oh, well, obviously a loving family. That's an easy one. Yeah. Do you feel it is important to be remembered after you died? Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, I wouldn't want my family to forget about me, or I wouldn't want my families to forget about me because I love and care about them so much, you know. Um, how would society change if everyone died at 35? Oh God, that would suck. Yes, it would. It would totally change. Um, let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to find a really good one. How much does fear of failure drive people's life decisions? I would say probably 50% of people's lives, sometimes they don't get around to doing something because they're afraid to do it. Me included. There's some things that I still want to do that I haven't done because I'm kind of afraid of either what'll happen or hey, a fear of failure. So yeah. Let's see. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to find a really good one. Oh, here's a good one. In your opinion, what's 5 top things, objects, that are most important to you in life? Objects? Objects. Well, I'll probably grab some objects out of my collection. Probably, 5. Oh, that's hard to narrow it down to 5 objects. Probably one would be my Ghostbuster Blu-ray. I mean, I love that movie. That's my favorite movie of all time, and it always will be. So that's number 1. Number 2, probably the Darth Vader painting that Casey's mom painted for me. It's an original work of art, and it was a sincere gift from her mom. Her mom really liked me, and I really liked Casey's mom. Her mom was very sweet, so that's probably the second one. The third one, any gift my dad gave to me. So the knife, that pocket knife that my dad gave me, This is the last gift that my. Oh, I dropped my SIM card. Hang on. I don't want to lose that. It's got all the footage on it from the last few vlogs. This is the last gift that my dad ever gave to me, and I'll never get rid of it. I don't even care. My mom said you should keep it, John. I said, well, Mom, I'm not going to throw it away. She goes, yeah, but what if you get a new GoPro like in 5 or 6 years? I said, I'll still keep this one. I said I'm not going to get rid of Dad's gift. I said this is the last gift that my dad ever gave to me. I'm not getting rid of it. I said, even after I die, I'll give it to someone, in my family. I said, I'm not going to get rid of it. So that would be number 3. Number 4, any gift that my mom ever gave to me. And number 5, I'm looking around the room. Hang on. It's hard to pick objects because I love my entire nerd collection. Probably the Millennium Falcon light that Casey and her mom gave to me. That's the light in the kitchen. That was a good gift too. So yeah. All right. Number 2, how important is traveling and adventure to you in your life? A lot. I love traveling. I've been to England 25 times in my life, and every time I go, it gets better and better and better and better and better. Uh, I definitely want to do some more traveling. I love doing traveling vlogs for you guys. I love going to like tourist attractions. Those are some of Fears' favorite vlogs because I get to meet new people, new experiences. I love going to those like hole in the wall, like I love going to the big tourist attractions like Disney and Universal and shit. But I love those hilarious like Florida hole in the wall tourist attractions that nobody ever knows about. Those are great. When you do get married, how many kids you want? 2 kids. Um, let's see here. When it comes to your apartment or your home, how? Wait, I don't get what this question's saying. When it comes to your apartment or your home, a place of living, how do you want it to look like? Peaceful, comforting, welcoming, bright, joyful, dim, and quiet? Question mark. I try to keep it as positive as possible in Casa de Fears. I try to surround myself with all the stuff that I like. So there's a bit of movies all through the house. There's movie shit in the kitchen. There's movie shit in the TV room. There's movie shit around the dining table. The bathroom is the only place that doesn't have any movie stuff in it, but Fears is working on a bathroom project. I'm going to transform the whole bathroom into one of my favorite movies, and I will be doing a bathroom reveal here in a couple of months. So I'm going to buy a new shower curtain, new art and stuff to put on the bathroom walls, and you guys are going to love it. It's going to be good. Um, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? That I never gave up on my dreams and passion, even though I may not ever achieve my dreams and passion. If I do achieve my dreams and passion, then that's fantastic. But what I want to leave behind is that even if I didn't achieve those, Fears never gave up, ever. And that I was a good person to my friends and my family and the real people that I love and care about. That's what I want to leave behind. All right, let me go back to the comments because I've been reading stuff off the internet, and I don't know if you guys have been asking any questions. Let's see. Let's see here. You know what, Larry? You're right, but I had to pick 5. So Visions, don't take offense to it. I love any gift that Visions has gave to me. I love, but it was hard to pick 5 objects. It was really hard to pick 5 objects. So Visions, I apologize. But of course I'm gonna pick stuff, from my family, and Vision understands that, So, Fears, if you had the opportunity to be the main ghost or a buster in the next film, who would you choose? Oh, well, dude, listen, Ray Stantz is my favorite Ghostbuster of all time. He's the heart of the Ghostbusters. So that's an easy question, Triple. I would love not to play Ray Stantz, but I'd love to play like Ray Stantz's son. That would be fucking great. Like Ray Stantz's son gets into the ghost busting business. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. You know what, Larry? You bring up a good point. Fuck the 5 objects. Fears is making a 6th one. The 6th one, any gift that Visions has ever given me, I'm picking 6. Fuck the rules. 6. So Visions, you're part of the 6. That's right. That's right. Yo, Joy Boy, good to see you, man. It's been quite a long time. I'm glad that you're back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, but Fears, you make a great ghost too. Um, oh, I got you. I misread that. You said if I could be any ghost or a Ghostbuster. Well, I still stay with my original answer. I would love to play Ray Stance's son, but if it was a ghost, what type of ghost would I be? Because every ghost in Ghostbusters, they've got their own little shtick, you know. I did love in Ghostbusters 2 where that guy's like, he says the Titanic finally arrived, and then you see the ghost Titanic with a massive fucking hole on the side, and then all those dead passengers walking off. It'd be kind of cool to be one of the dead passengers of the Titanic, from Ghostbusters 2. That'd be kind of sweet. But in the like a new ghost, you said in the next one. Mm, let's see, what type of ghost would Fears be? I think like a hilarious like hippie like from the '60s. That'd be kind of cool, or like, oh no, I got it, Triple. I would be fucking Elvis, with the long ass sideburns. Fucking Elvis as a ghost. That's my answer. You know, have the chest hair flowing, flowing in the wind, and the fucking jumpsuit on. Fuck yeah. So Fears would play a Elvis Ghostbuster. That's right. That's right. Nice. All right. Let me answer some more questions off the internet. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Um, what's something that you love about yourself? Um, I try to be humble and I try to think of other people first. You know, I love that about myself. Like I always consider everyone else's feelings first before my own. You know, so I'm more focused on, hey, what's Pixel thinking? What's Vision's thinking? What's my mom thinking? What's going on in my dad's head? What's going on with my brother? And then I worry about my shit last. When do you feely? Well, I'm sorry. When do you feel truly alive? Editing, editing. Any project. I could sit for hours. All I need is my headphones, good music in my headphones while I edit, a cup of coffee right by my side, and I could sit here for hours and just edit away. So that's when I feel truly alive, or whenever I'm hanging out with my friends or my family. If I had to pick somebody else, whenever I do have a girlfriend and she makes me happy and I make her happy, I feel truly alive then too. So there's a couple of answers to that question. Um, no, sadly, I don't pray for the trolls because they don't deserve my prayers because they're evil pieces of shit. You know, they don't deserve a second chance. Once somebody crosses me, once somebody insults me, once someone insults my family or my friends, I cut them off. I'm like, nope, you're done. So, like that old lady at work that insulted me and went nuts on me, I'll probably never talk to her ever again because she's a bitch. And I don't want evil people in my life. I could say about a certain someone that cut our friendship off. I think he's an evil piece of shit, but I won't bring up his name. He's a horrible, terrible human being to just throw away a friendship of what 10, 15 plus years instead of being like a man and trying to work it out. I've always wanted to try to work it out. He doesn't want to work it out, and that's his own decision. It's the wrong decision. I think you should try to salvage a friendship, especially a long friendship, but he's being immature, and that's his thing. So no, I don't pray for the trolls. I could care less about them. Let's see here. What's the next one? What was a major turning point in your life? A recent one. Like whenever my dad died, that's a major turning point. I was like, oh wow, this is nuts, and it still hurts. It still hurts a lot. Probably another turning point when I graduated college. My mom and dad were so proud of me, and I was so proud of myself because I did a double major, and yeah. Again, Triple, they don't deserve happiness in my eyes because they hurt people's feelings. They love to torment people's lives. They don't deserve happiness at all. At all. They don't deserve. I hope they literally truly burn in hell. End quote. They don't deserve happiness at all. You shouldn't troll anyone. I've never trolled anyone, ever. I've never done a stupid like roast stream. Roast streams are the most stupidest thing. You know how many people have done a roast stream on me over the years? Countless thousands of roast streams. Almost not everybody in the community. No one, none of my loyal fans have ever done a roast, but Carrie's done a roast stream. Joey's done a roast stream. Mattman's done a roast stream. I mean, you name it, someone's done a roast stream on me, which is so fucking stupid, you know? Anyway. Alright, let's see. Next question. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you were living? Oh yeah, of course. I would get rid of this apartment. I would move back to Missouri and spend as much time with my family and friends if I only had 1 more year to live. Absolutely, absolutely. That would because um, my friends and family mean the most to me. Oh yeah, yeah, Larry. It was a lot. It was a lot, but I did it. But it was worth it, and I had a lot of fun in film school. Again, I've told you guys, film school it was half fun and half dumb because there was some idiots that I had to go to school with that they were know-it-alls or they stole my film ideas. So half the time I was angry at those shitheads, and other times I had a blast. You know. All right, well, let me do. I think I'm gonna do about 10 more questions, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. If you guys have got any more questions, let me know. Let me know. But Larry, you did make up a good point. Listen, Visions. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. Uh, it was hard to pick 5 objects that mean a lot to me. So immediately I was like, well, Ghostbusters. That's the first one. Or I'm sorry, that was the second film I ever watched. The first one was Goonies. So Ghostbusters means a lot. Of course, any gift that my dad gave to me or my mom gave to me, you know, I love all those gifts. But so it was hard to pick 5. So I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. But as soon as Larry said that, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I said, even though they said 5 objects, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to add Visions to the list because any gift that Visions has gave to me has meant a lot to me because we're buddies and we're homies, you know, and he sells good merchandise. By the way, check out his website, exhumevisions.com. Buy some cool shit as always. All right, let me go back to let's see. Let's pick up another list. There's a lot of good life questions on the internet. Let's see. Um. Let's see. Um. Do you dream about your goals? I'm sorry. Do you dream about achieving your goals? Of course. Who has inspired you over the years? Oh wow, lots of people have inspired me. Um, my dad, my grandfather, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg. My friends inspire me. My family inspires me. Jesus inspires me. God inspires me. Uh, a whole bunch. That list is endless. That list is endless. Let's see here. Um, what's one thing you do every day? Probably take a nap. But that was a joke. But it is true. But on a serious note, I try to do a stream or edit or something towards my passion every day. Every day. So yeah. All right. All right. So it says. Let's see. Um, when was the last time you acted in something? Ooh. Well, they didn't say a video or a play, so I'm just the last thing I acted in that I took it super seriously, probably The Lonely Ghost. I took that part very, very seriously because it was near and dear to my heart. Still is near and dear to my heart. I'm still trying to knock out that book. I haven't worked on it in months though. I just haven't felt. I haven't been in the mood to write. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah. Have you ever felt like you've disappointed yourself, and why? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's been tons of times where I've felt disappointed about myself. Anytime I've gotten mad on camera, after I calmed down, I was like, wow, Fears, like you shouldn't have acted like that. That's why I looked through all of my content and took down as many angry streams as I possibly could find. I pretty much got all of them. I know the idiot trolls, they probably downloaded every single one of them and have them in an archive. I don't know if they've re-uploaded them, but I know they've got them in the fucking Mockingbird, all that bullshit. But at least they're not on my channel. I wish I wouldn't have had so many arguments with my dad, because me and my dad talked about that, before my dad got really, really sick. He said, "Hey, when you get home, we need to have a serious talk." I want to apologize for some things. And I said, "Oh yeah, Dad." I said, "Look," I said, if this is the end, I want to spend as much time with you." So I'm so glad I took your guys' advice. I remember everybody in the community was like, "Fears, take some vacation time and get home as soon as possible." So thank you guys for telling me to do that. I was gonna do it anyway, but you guys definitely convinced me, and I went right home. And my dad's like, "Look, I'm gonna apologize for all the stupid bullshit arguments." And I said, "Yeah, me too, Dad." And he goes, "So if it is time for me to go," he goes, I just want to leave on a clean slate." I said, "Dad, look," I said, "nothing you did." I said, "Let's just forget about it." I said, "It was stupid to have all those stupid fights and those arguments." So I said, "It's water under the bridge." We didn't have too many, but whenever me and my dad did fight, it was yelling and screaming, going nuts. Because my dad, like me, my dad has low patience, and my dad's got a temper. I get it from my dad. So, wow, whenever we did fight, man, there was some blowouts. There was some blowouts. So yeah, but yeah, I wish we wouldn't have fought as much. But I'll be honest, me and my dad had more epic, going nuts, awesome times than fights. What do you worry about the most? Death. Death. I mean, I don't want to die, but we all have to die at some point. So I worry about that. Um, I worry about my mom, because she's going through a hard time with the death of my dad. I worry about dying alone. I don't want to die alone. I want to find a lady. Um, but like I said, it's hard to find a lady. I mean, I've been trying for what? I haven't dated Casey in what, 4 years now? Or well, no, it's 2003. Let's see. Hang on. I dated her in 2019. So 20, 21, 22. Yeah, so it's been 4 years. I thought it was almost five. I'm losing track. So you would think I would have had a date in 4 years. Believe me, it's not for a lack of trying. So I mean, those are just some things I worry about. But yeah. Um, do you avoid asking for help? No, no. If I need help, I've asked my friends and family for help because you can't. Some people try to live their life and without no help. I like being independent, but when I know I'm into like some shit, it's okay to ask for help in my eyes. Some people don't like to ask for help, but I ask for help. But I only ask for help if I know if I'm in a in the most shittiest situation of all time. That's when I ask for help. What decision? What's a decision that you've made that you regret? Oh, I know one. I dated this really nice girl, Amy, in college, and uh, she kind of like had like a midlife crisis. I remember I came over to her house and she said, "Hey, John," she goes, "I lost my job." And I said, "Why?" I said, "What happened?" And she goes, "Well," she goes, "they were downsizing the company." And I said, "Yeah, but haven't you worked?" I said, "You've been diligently working there for 8 years, right?" Or it was either 8 or 9 years. She goes, "Yeah." And she loved her job. And so I get why she had a breakdown. She worked at an apartment complex and she was like, she would take new clients that want to live at the apartment complex and show them the rooms, and she like took care of people's rent, and she loved interacting with like the renters and all that. So I said, "Well," I said, "Did they fire you or did they let you go?" And she goes, "No, they chose the company said we have too many people working in the office and we have to let 3 people go." I said, "But why would they let you go, Amy?" I said, "You've only been late to work once." And I said, "In all the time we've dated, you said that you've only took like 2 sick days, like when you got deathly ill." She goes, "Yeah." She said, "I don't know it either, John." And as she lost her job, she got more and more, her behavior became more erratic. Like I remember her mom called me and said, "John, you've got to come over here and like calm Amy down." She goes, "I'm worried about her. She's inside her bedroom. She's talking to her teddy bear." And it just got worse and worse and worse. And I didn't know how to deal with it. So she was a great girl. And I'm sure I'm sure she would have gotten over. She was probably just stressed out. from trying to find a new job. But at the time, I was young. I was like 24, 25. And I was like, I don't know how to deal with all this. And she's becoming a little kooky. So I'm like, I better get the fuck out of here. So I do regret dumping her. Because that could have been a person I could have married, because whenever she wasn't being kooky, she was a wonderful girl. So I do kind of regret that. And I've never heard from her ever again. Never. Never. Not once. So yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, Randy. Yes, we will work on the script tomorrow. No problem. I got it. No worries, buddy. No worries. Hey, Randy, have a kick-ass time at karaoke. I'm going to call you after this stream, buddy, but have fun. I don't know if your mom's going to karaoke with you, but if you go by yourself or with your mom, have a good time, buddy. Man, make that money, Randy, at the karaoke's. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No dates in 4 years. That's rough. It is. It is. It's rough. Larry says, I think Vision knows how much you appreciate his gifts. I know he does. I know he does. But Larry, I felt bad for leaving him out. That's why I was like, you know what? Fuck the 5 objects. He's got to be 6 objects. So yeah. Visions hasn't responded in a while. So I was like, yeah. Oh, there he is. All right. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure Visions wasn't upset. So, but yeah, that's why I was like, you know what? Fuck the 5 objects. You know, Visions, any gift from the kindness of his heart that he's given me, he's being in that fucking category. So yeah, I appreciate you saying that, Visions. It's hard to find Mrs. Fears, but she's out there. I just got to keep plugging away. I got to keep trying to find her. So yeah, Cameo Man says, I'm going alone. All right, buddy. Well, make those deals, Randy. Get that moolah. Have fun. Try to get a girl's number, buddy. I'm gonna call you right after the stream. So yeah. Vision says, I'm sorry I had to do a few deliveries. Oh, that's fine, Vision. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't upset because the question was, what's 5 objects that you cherish? And I was like, well, the first few are going to be about my family. Of course, the number one is any gift that my dad's given me, any gift that my mom's given me, Ghostbusters, because that's my favorite film of all time. So it was hard to just pick 5, but then Larry was like, well, what about Vision's gifts? And I was like, that's true. So then I was like, fuck the 5 objects. 6 is Visions. So yeah. But Visions, I appreciate anything that you've ever done for me. You're a good friend. Cannot wait to meet you next year. The epic Visions trip is next year, motherfuckers. Me and Visions still have to work out the details. When I'm coming, how long I'm going to stay, all that kind of stuff. But, oh man, it's going to be the fucking legendary trip of the goddamn century. Oh, and then the next trip that's going to be the most... Me and Pixel are going to get a drunk and play drunken Resident Evil 4 till fucking 5 in the goddamn morning. Yeah, going nuts, motherfuckers. I cannot wait. Oh, Pixel, it's going to be great. Oh, Visions, it's going to be great. Visions, I don't care what video games we play. We've got to get drunk out of our minds and play some drunken video games. Oh, yeah. And then, meet sexy Vision's girlfriend's sisters. Vision's girlfriend's got 2 hot, sexy sisters. Whew, I can't wait. That could be potentially Mrs. Fears. Oh, they have no idea. I cannot wait. So, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be going nuts. All of a sudden, they're like, hey, Fears, can we play with your ass? You can play with my ass if you want to. That'd be nice. Visions, don't tell them I said that. Oh, man. That's hilarious. I'm just playing around. But am I really? It's about 50-50. Anyway. But no, I appreciate you saying that, Visions. Mrs. Fears is out there. I hope so. I really do. It would suck to die alone. Again, Hollywood Toy Hunter, that is a long dry spell. It is. It is. There's fucking cobwebs down there for me not using, the goods in quite a while, Well, Visions, I hope your deliveries went really well. Oh, that's true, Randall. The Kano knife. Because that's one of the best gifts that Randall's gave to me. So that's 7. That's 7 objects. Because I can't leave that out, Yeah. Well, obviously, Hollywood Toy Hunter, I was joking around. And you know what? You get a timeout for that. How about that? That's really funny. There you go. Because obviously I was joking around. So, yeah. Watch your mouth, motherfucker. Obviously, Toy Hunter, I'm just joking around. I'm just playing around, buddy. All right. Next question. Next question. All right. Let me pull it up. Let's see. Last few questions, and then Fears is out here. I got to get some din din, and I'm going to take a nap, and I'm really going to try to work on a vlog tonight. Because I was so tired from last night. I was like, you know what? I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to go to sleep. So I'm going to try to work on a vlog tonight. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to do these last set of questions. So I'll do these last set of questions and then any question when I get done with these questions off the internet. All right. So the title of these questions is Deep Life Questions to Think About. So, number 1, is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time but you haven't done? Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to take a trip to the Bahamas. I've always wanted to take a trip and check out all the Jurassic Park movie locations in Hawaii. And sadly, me and my dad and my mom, we always talked about having an epic family trip to Hawaii, and we just never did it. We would always we took so many Florida trips. That was one of my favorite family trips that we ever took. Sometimes my dad and my mom would look at me and my brother and say, hey, where do you guys want to go? Other times my mom and my dad would just pick for us. Like, he'd be like, hey, guys, we're going to take a break from vacationing in Florida. We're going to go visit, your mom's British side of the family. And I'd be like, sweet, I love going to England. Let's fucking do that. That's awesome, And my dad always would get shitloads of frequent flyer miles from his job. So sometimes I'm telling you, Vision, sometimes my dad would be like, hey, my frequent flyer miles, he goes, I had paid $0 for all 4 of our plane tickets because it was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. That was our immediate 4 family. And I was like, hey, Dad, how much do these tickets cost? He'd be like, John, 0. I used tons of my frequent flyer miles. They would give him so many frequent flyer miles. He's like, sometimes my dad would have to pay for the tickets. Other times he'd be like, nope, 0. I used all my frequent flyer miles. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. But yeah, those 2 trips are definitely in the works. I definitely want to go to the Bahamas someday. Eric has took, his wife. Well, she's my friend. Eric's took his wife, Erin, to the Bahamas at least twice. And he's like, Fears, you've got to go. It's spectacular. I'm like, buddy, it's on the bucket list for sure. And one of my friends in college was like, Fears, you know how in college you said you want to go to Hawaii? He goes, yeah, I finally took my wife. I was like, really? I said, when did you guys do that? Oh, a year ago. So he went a year ago. And I was like, was it epic? He goes, oh, Fears. The fucking Hawaiian Islands are, spectacular. I'm like, it's going to happen, buddy. So that's how I would answer those. I mean, there's other things that I've dreamed about, but those 2 are high on the list. What would you like to change about your family? I'd like to be closer to my brother. Me and my brother, we love each other, but we're so different people. My brother, I'm not saying that I'm a man, that I'm not a man's man. I'm pretty manly, but I'm the artist of the family. I get all that shit from my mom. My mom introduced me to tap dance, and she loves to paint. My mom loves to sing. So I got all the creative stuff from my mom. Everything that I learned about being a man was from my dad, my grandfather, and like all my mom's. My mom has 5 British brothers. And she did have a sister, but her sister accidentally smothered herself in her crib. So my mom's sister died when she was 6 months old in her baby crib. So that's horrible because my mom was like, I never got to meet my sister. Well, my mom met her sister, but she never got to grow up with her sister. And her sister only lived for 6 months, and I was like, man, that's fucking horrible, So I wish that me and my brother could be closer, but we just differ on every aspect. Like my brother likes to take apart cars. He likes to be a mechanic and work on cars. He's all about cars and stuff. I have no interest in cars. Well, that's not true. I like to drive cars, and then whenever me and Sam went to that car museum, I love classic cars, but I like to look at them because I'm always dreaming, man, I love that fucking classic car. How epic would it be if Fears got to drive that fucking classic car and fucking vlog it? That's the shit that I like about cars. Like, oh, that car's fucking great. I'd love to drive that DeLorean. Oh, the fucking car out of the General Lee. Fears would honk that fucking horn and jump a fucking river in that fucking car. Hell yeah. But my brother, he's more into mechanics and he got his degree in mechanical engineering. I have no interest in mechanical engineering. So I wish me and my brother could be a little bit closer. You know, me and my mom, we're super close. Just me and my brother. Whenever I come into town, my brother's nice. We love each other. We talk and we catch up. Just I wish we had more stuff in common. So yeah. Let's see. What was one place or event that transformed your ideas? Thinking about it prospectively, or made you come alive in a new way. That's a difficult question. Let's see. What was one place or event that transformed your ideas? Probably film school, because it was the first time that I had lived truly alone. I mean, I had roommates, but there was no mom, no dad. My mom and dad, all they paid for was my tuition and my books. I had to get a job. And my mom and dad's like, it's all on you now. They said, we'll take care of the big stuff, but all the little life stuff, you got to figure that out. So I'd say film school. That's the first time I, left alone and stuff. Now it's easy. Now I live alone. I pay my bills and stuff, and I go to work and, do all the adult shit. Let's see. What's one thing you would do if it would be impossible to fail? Oh man, these are hard. Oh god, what's one thing you would do if it would be impossible to fail? Probably be, probably be a successful YouTuber. If I knew that it would not fail and it would succeed, I would definitely be a Casey Neistat. I definitely would be a Roman Atwood, and because the more subscribers you get, the more opportunities. Casey Neistat's got so many opportunities because he's got 10 million subscribers. People have given him things. People are like, hey Casey, if we fly you to California, will you make a vlog out there? Sure, give me a free trip. There's been so many times where he started a vlog and said, okay guys, I'm not sponsoring this product. These people called me up and said, Casey, if we fly you to England and test out our product, would you make a vlog about it? Sure, fly me to England. So I would love to do shit like that. So yeah. Um, who is someone you love now that you loved in the past? I mean, I'd say my ex, to a certain degree. I mean, now we're friends, but she'll always be a special place in my heart for her. I wish it could have worked out. She's a wonderful person. I mean, she's got her little flaws, but everyone's got their own little flaws. But I wish it could have worked out because I've never been more in love than with Casey. So, but I wish her the best of luck. She's with a new guy. I think she's about to get married or she's engaged. I wish her the best of luck. She's a fantastic person. I wish it could have worked out. Let's see. What's one thing you love now that you could? I'm sorry. What's one thing that you love now that you could? I'm sorry. I'm so fucking tired. What is something you love now that you never could have imagined that you would liked in the past? Oh man, God, these are hard. What's one thing that I loved now? Probably probably editing, because when I was a kid, I was all about wanting to be an actor. But as I grew up and I started taking editing and film classes in high school before film school, I was like, man, it's so much cooler to find out how you make a movie and do all the behind the scenes shit. I said, yeah, acting's fun and I love acting. And anytime I get to act, I still love it, but I love editing 10 times more. So, to answer that question, probably editing. Let's see. If you could invite anyone to dinner, living or dead, who would it be and why? Oh, shit. A few people I'd invite. Marilyn Monroe. She was smoking hot when she was young. Marilyn Monroe. Definitely Elvis. I love his music. Elvis. Chris Farley. He's fucking hilarious. I mean, he's funny. I mean, he's not, like, when I say he's fucking hilarious, everything about him is fucking hilarious. I wish he wouldn't have wasted his life and died of cocaine overdose or whatever the fuck it was, like John Belushi. And John Belushi's another one. I wish he wouldn't have wasted his life with cocaine and drugs and shit. Uh, let's see here. Who else? I mean, those are the biggies. Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, Chris Farley. Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O. I'd love to. I've met Steve-O and Bam. I've never met Johnny Knoxville. Uh, Definitely Lord Visions. You know, he's still alive, and I would definitely invite Visions to dinner. Hell yeah. Pixel. Hell yeah. Um, the great Randy. You know, Randall, Lord Randall. Sam. Uh, I'll be honest. I still would like to have lunch or dinner with Casey. So, you know, I'd invite her. I mean, there's so many people that I would invite to dinner. Who else? Who else? Oh, Nev Campbell for sure. Um, I mean, I could go on forever, guys, but it's already 7, almost 8. I need to eat dinner. Because I haven't had lunch, and I had a slice of toast for breakfast. So I'm getting hungry. So I could go on that question all day. Let's see. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know? Um, Probably if I could talk to my dad again. Like if that crystal ball could say, "Hey, you could talk to your dad for 5 more minutes," I'd be like, "Oh hell yeah!" I'm like, "Could I have more than 5 minutes?" So hell yeah, there'd be that. Could I talk to my grandpa Fears again? Hell yeah. So those two things. Because just like my dad, you know how my dad, I always say my dad's the fucking man? Grandpa Fears, he was the fucking man. He was a man's man. He taught me everything about film, and he got me inspired by film. He filmed all the family videos. One of these days, I got to show you guys a picture of Grandpa Fears. I have one of him. It's a small picture in a frame on my near my alarm clock, but I got to show you some old footage of Grandpa Fears one day. He is fucking awesome. He was the fucking man. Um, if there's anything, if there's anything that you're, well, if there, oh god, I'm so tired. I'm having hard time reading these. Holy shit! If there's anything in your life that you're addicted to, good or bad, what is? Oh, I'm definitely addicted to movies, for sure. I'm addicted to YouTube, for sure. I'd say those two things. What's a milestone that's been in your life that you're very proud of? Oh, definitely graduating college. Um, that's an epic milestone. What's the most bizarre encounter you've had in your life? Oh shit, I've had a couple of bizarre encounters. Probably that one time. I mean, I've already told you guys the story. Probably the one time where a girl thought I was a girl when I was supporting my gay friends, and I went. It was the very first time I went to a gay bar, and it was probably the last time I'll go, unless I have another gay friend that has a birthday party and invites me. I've already told you guys the story, but I'll tell it again. My friend's like, "Hey, Fears, you should totally come." I was like, "Well," I said, "I'm the only straight guy in the group." I said, "It may be a little awkward." And she goes, "Fears," she goes, "I promise." She goes, "It'll be fine." She goes, "No one will make you feel uncomfortable." And I said, "Okay." And I said, she goes, "Fears, a lot of straight people come to gay bars." Yeah, but I said, I said, I don't have much experience with gay people. I said, I have Kristen as a gay friend. I said, now I have you and your other friends as gay friends because you guys are in my film school class. I said, I've not really met too many. And she goes, well, we're just normal people. I said, I know you guys are normal people. And I said, I'm cool with you guys. I said, I don't care if you're blue, black, white, polka dots on your face. I'm cool with everybody. And I told them the same spiel I tell you guys. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. I don't care what you are. Gay, bi, transgender, whatever. I'm cool with everybody. So I said, I'll go. And I said, hey, I said, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. I come out of the restroom, and this, maybe she was a girl. I have no idea. I couldn't tell if she was a girl or a guy. It was a person wearing guy's clothing. It looked like a girl, though, pretending to be a guy, I guess, in guy's clothing. She went, wow. She goes, you are really cute. I went, oh, well, I appreciate that. And she goes, no. She goes, I mean it. You're really sexy. And I go, oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm like, that's nice to hear. And then as I'm walking away, I said, well, I said, have a nice night. And I'm walking back, and she goes, wait a minute. And she grabbed my arm, and I said, yeah. She goes, you're a guy, right? I went, yeah. She goes, oh, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I went, sorry for what? She goes, oh, well, she goes, I thought you were a woman. I went, me? And she goes, yeah. I went, wait a minute. I'm like, hold the phone. I'm like, you thought me. I said, I have a beard. Like I had. Oh, I didn't have a beard, but I had facial hair. I had a 5 o'clock shadow. She goes, well, she goes, women can grow facial hair. I said, yeah, but I said mostly guys grow facial hair. And she goes, no. She goes, you look good. She goes, I thought you were a woman. She goes, you should look into becoming a woman. And I went, okay. I'm like, right on. I'm like, good to know. And I walk away. And as I'm walking away, I did something. I had one of those movie moments that I tell you guys about. I'm walking away, and I go, what the fuck? And I walk back to the group. It was nuts. It was nuts. All right, last question. Last question. So let me find a good one. Let's see. Oh, this you know what? This one's gonna be a hard question to answer because I can only use 3 words, but I'll do my very best. Describe yourself in 3 words, and then describe your best friend in 3 words. Well, describing my best friend, I'd say my best friend of all time is my buddy Eric. You know, because I met Eric before Randy. Randy's my second best friend. So the best way to describe Eric in 3 words: loyal, energy. He's probably got more energy than Fears, or a good combination of my energy. So loyal, energy, and funny. Uh, it's gonna be kind of hard to describe me in 3 words. Energetic, passionate. I'd say passionate. I'm passionate about things in my life and my family and my friends. And the third one, I think I'm a pretty funny guy. So funny. All right, let me close Google and see if you guys got any last questions. But if you guys love me answering your questions or internet questions, let me know and I'll keep doing this. But I could go on forever. There's so many life questions. I may do a part 2 on this. I mean, these were really good questions. I mean, you know what? I'll do one more. Let's see here. What do you want others to know about you? I mean, there's not a lot of stuff that you guys don't know about me already. I mean, I try to be as open and honest as possible. Mm, that's a hard one because you guys know almost everything about me. I don't know. I should ask you. What else do you guys want to know about me? I would ask you guys the same question because it's hard for me to answer that question. If you guys want to know anything else, ask me. You know, I'll pretty much answer anything within reason. You guys know my rule. If it's something cringy or if it's somebody coming into the chat trying to start shit, I'm not gonna answer that. I'll probably block him. But my policy is I'll pretty much answer anything within reason. Within reason. And I think that's a fair deal. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. But all right, here we go. Let's see here. All right, we got 8 people watching still. All right. Well, Visions, I hope those deliveries went smooth and quick. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Joyboy says, nice. Maybe it's time to recharge those cooking videos. Maybe. I've only done 2. So maybe I should wipe off the old dust and do another cooking video at some point. But probably the best comment of the whole night was when Visions said Mrs. Fears is out there. I hope, Visions. I really do. It would suck if she was not out there, but I still have faith. I still have faith that she's out there. Well, I'm taking off, guys, but that was a great stream. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26 and the old Fears vlogs. Check me out on TikTok, the TikTokage at FearsMan26. Check out my buddy Visions, Lord Visions website at www.exhumevisions.com. Buy some cool shit. That's right. Don't just look. Go and buy some cool shit. Support my friend Lord Visions. Check out my friend Pixel, Lord of the Pylons. Check out Pixel Protocol. Because I'll be honest, Pixel, I like your wrestling channel, but you need to make some more content for Pixel Protocol, man. I've been waiting, begging for more content on Pixel Protocol because I love your content on Pixel Protocol. I like them both. I like the wrestling content, but man, you need to do some more Comic-Con videos and some more epic nerd shit on Pixel Protocol. Please, I'm begging more content. I need me some more Pixel content. That's right. That's right. Check out Randy, Cameo Man 2021, and the mayor of O Magic, his second channel. All right, guys, I'm taking off, but I will see you guys tomorrow for another epic Lord Fears streams. This is Fears, signing off. See you next